Let's get this shindig started. So, who would like to begin the recap? And everybody else can chime in.
Okay, so we were at the fair. Zed had been kidnapped earlier in the day. Came to the fair. I don't remember if it was before or after the goblin tossing, but the goblin tossing happened on the main stage. And I believe Zed, you won, right?
Kozik one.
Kozik, sorry. And got I don't remember what he got. God, I should have actually
They
written
were the
things down
boots.
last week. The invisible boots that can
Yeah,
make you
some
fly.
nice levitation abo.
Ooh, your audio sounds really good, Kozik.
Oh, maybe I'm just talking right at the microphone.
Let's see. After that, we came upon a delightful new friend standing at the pie bar near Carl and his quadruplets, or however many of them there are at this point. And this was a a reptilian figure named Marge. We started talking with rather antagonistically. Um, they were talking. Sorry, my words are just not happening. Somebody can take over, please. I started it.
I kind of do. I remember that we didn't want to meet the boys yet, but we needed to go get something from somebody. There was a very animated conversation that the two had.
We needed to get smokes.
That's
There
right.
it is. Smoke. Right. Oh yeah, and Marge and her partner, husband, maybe, were arguing. Really delightful kind of Ozzy and Harriet stuff. No, not Ozzy and Harriet. What am I thinking of? Jackie Gleason. What was the name? Honeymooners.
Oh,
Honeymooners? Go back to
sure.
the Wayback Machine. Serious argument, which Cha immediately cast silence upon. Not immediately, but after a while, just to get a laugh.
Going on
Cast
over
it on some pie. Then he ate the pie and it went away. But they had some kind of a discussion, a clandestine discussion, in the midst of the silence, discussing something about the smokes.
And I think ultimately we decided we were gonna go help get the smokes.
Oh, Cha asked Zed to step aside with him and discuss his kind of aggressive interrogation of Marge and sort of mistrust and everything. And it was Cha just wanted to ask how Zed was doing because he could see, he's had a bad day already. It's a rough day. So there, and it was like, everything's weighing heavily on Zed. So they came up or they talked and it was a good talk. Very, very nice. And Zed let Cha know that if he had any issues or was like flying off the handle or losing touch with reality, to signal with a raised right eyebrow.
Also, not a single insight check on Marge. Continue.
There wasn't an insight check on Marge? I thought there was. I thought no.
No.
About
single
like the
person.
smokes?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh. Okay.
Anywho, continue.
Um They did openly say that during when the silent spell had been cast, they had been able to have sort of that clandestine communication with their husband, potential husband, partner, whose name I forgot.
You mean Tamara?
Tamara?
Tamara.
Tamara?
Definitely not my husband.
Okay. I like how you're responding to the recap in character.
Hey.
The incorrect recap. Boy, that's what I've got. Anything else happening there?
I don't know.
Oh, right. Rain had a really nice open discussion with Marge about who they actually are and what they're actually doing that they've shared with none of the rest of us, which was that they were drugged and made the ruler of the Peppermint Kingdom and their husband, and then ran away basically from this whole responsibility, and their husband is still searching for them. So they had and that was what spurred on our hour-long post-stream discussion about male and female roles in the bathroom, which was really a delight and worthy to be noted in this recap, I think.
Still a
Also,
bit that y'all are missing that was kind of important.
Ooh.
The
What
whole
could-
part about. Go ahead. Sorry.
now saying, what could that be?
Yeah. Like, what do you guys remember? What you're going to do next? Like, what your next step is? Where you're gonna go?
Wasn't there something about meeting with Lady Myriam? No, we heard
Kinda.
her talk. We heard her talk. We heard that she used to be an archfey, but then it was stripped away from her, something like that.
She showed up. Y'all watched her talk.
Yeah. I don't remember where we were headed.
So
I'm gonna
you're on
take
the
better
right
notes a
track.
second.
Marge and Rain had a conversation, and then Zed and Marge had a conversation, and then it was more of a group effort after that. And Tamara and Marge, during their argument, for lack of better words, then essentially coaxed Marge into going and getting smokes from the usual place. And if y'all were to help Marge retrieve said smokes from said place of usual frequency, then you would have an in with Tamara, who would be able to set you up with an audience with Miri.
Yes, and you were like the Marge was connected and Tamara were connected to the underworld. There was some talk about the underworld. I remember that.
So that's kind of where you guys ended, was where y'all agreed to help Marge and the boys retrieve said
Inside
smokes.
check. Inside check. Does Marge actually want us to buy smokes for Tamara?
That can happen once we finish the recap, because we're still in the recap.
Oh, sorry.
What year is it?
Is there anything else?
Help. Anybody, please.
I don't know. That sounds about right.
All right. Then take your whatchamacallit, your
All right, who
inspiration of a
wants it?
doodle.
Who
And
needs
also,
one?
if you guys recall, you all turned in your inspiration for your training montage.
Yeah.
And I figured now's a good time to, get those figured out. So, I'll just go down the list here. So, Cha, what was your montage and what are you investing in?
Okay, so Cha, noticing
What's going
that he's in
on?
his head a lot.
A little bit of D&D, baby.
Noticing that while he's talking and contemplating and appreciating and enjoying the new realities he's in, is not necessarily looking around and noting danger or various secrets or various, sort of necessary information in the current environment. It's in his head too much. So he's been really practicing on like listening, watching. So as he's at the festival, I'll say every now and again he dips into an alleyway or out into the woods to watch and listen to the creatures and really pay attention so that he can advance his perception efficiency.
So are you putting a permanent +1 or are you investing in proficiency? Just to make sure, just to confirm, proficiency, correct?
Proficiency, yeah.
All right.
Perception. I'll go ahead and change that.
Well, you can slap that in. You could just click the button.
Yeah.
All right. Next down the list, Kozik. What is your montage and what are you investing in?
I guess let's say adding proficiency bonus to athletics, because over the last, little bit here, not just in the town, but in other times, like Kozik, he kind of feels like he's gotten through some of these physical challenges by luck alone, and he kind of wants to get a little better at, he's fed the mind for so long and kind of explored mystical conundrums, but he's like, I need to feed the body too. So he's been getting a lot of protein and stuff, and then at odd moments, kind of maybe getting under the ox carts when nobody's looking and kind of doing some lifts there and pulling them a little surreptitious exercise. And after his win in the dwarf tossing competition, he's really feeling pretty confident right now, like more than he has before. So hopefully that'll persist.
Hopefully. All right.
Anything can happen.
You might just end up enjoying too many Hotum dogs.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
go
it's all part of the training.
Gonna need a montage. All right, so go ahead and click your athletics. Next on the list, Niavara. What is your training montage and what do you want to invest in?
So, Niavara is actually, she's still troubled by the difficulties that she had the morning that you informed me about in DMs. She is deeply actually concerned about this fact. And so she's actually going to be taking the time to sort of invest in religious proficiency. And in doing that, she's connecting both with her sort of holy reliquaries, but also attempting to do some additional research into the things that might cause this issue. Chatting with others about their religions and like specifically looking at like clerical issues with like connecting to one's deity, um and sort of looking inwards, like what am I missing here, what might be causing this,
Hey, what's up, Dark?
uh
I
as
want some
well as
chocolate.
potentially
Give me
trying
chocolate.
to seek out answers as to, okay, so I'm having a lot of mysterious visions as a cleric, because of course she started out as a rogue. As a cleric, how do I go about trying to solve these problems? Because she's not currently proficient in religion. It's not her strong suit.
Oh, I want some chips, Kozik.
It was like,
Oh, my microphone's being sensitive today, I guess.
Making me hungry. All right.
It is quite crisp.
Yeah. Revealing too much.
Pay no attention to the bag of chips behind the curtain.
All right. So, you already do it. Go ahead and click your religion as your proficiency. And then, for those that are here. All right, Zed. What is your training montage and what are you investing in?
As far as a montage, I'm not really too sure, but I do think going forward, especially in the near future, Zed's going to be looking to shake a few people down probably. So I'm going to uh, increase my intimidation. I guess it would be better to add a proficiency, right?
Yeah, it depends on
Instead of
how you want to do it.
because I don't already have proficiency for it.
Correct.
That would give me +3 instead of a +1. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
So you just kind of go around town shaking people down? Gonna take on the
I'm looking
Pound
for
Town?
looking for my amethyst dragon to rough some people up in some back alleys.
I will volunteer to let Zed practice on him.
Unreal.
Perfect.
All right.
No, Zed, please don't hurt me.
All right. We have got our montages done. Everything invested. Perfect. So we pick back up essentially where we left off.
Oh, who would like the new inspiration for today? Say we roll for it.
Where is
Sure. Not a bad idea.
There's 4 of us, so
me? There it is.
let's take
Festival.
a number. We can roll a d4. I'll be number 4.
I'll be 3.
I will be 2.
that leaves me with 1.
Oh, there you go. Zed, right?
Oh, it was Kozik.
Oh, Kozik. No, well, I was gonna roll it, but
You guys
Kozik rolled
already
it,
forgot
so
your
it was a
system.
3.
Well, I just rolled it. I was like, wait, how's this supposed to work? Who's gonna roll it? And then I had already rolled it. So,
No problem.
all right, I'm gonna click that button. Inspiration.
Alrighty. So. Oh, hold on. I have an updated Marge token. So we're just gonna go ahead. There we go. I gotta fix my camera control real quick so you guys see what I'm looking at. Camera control. Camera control? There we go. All right. So after your discussions, individuals having a little talk with Large Marge, and the whole kerfuffle between that tiny little kobold woman and Marge. Be back later. Yeah, you have fun with that. You're kind of free. You kind of got a job to do. It sounded like everybody accepted, the terms of being helpful for the ability to have been granted a meeting with Myrium, the individual who essentially runs this town. So we essentially just pick up right where we left off. You guys, Rain and Marge just finished their conversation. Cha and Zed just got back from their, sidebar conversation. And there was just a lot of, talking amongst yourselves. So the question now is where y'all's want to go?
What's the deal? We're getting some smokes for your friend, and then they could get us in to see Myrium? Are these smokes really dangerous? Are they explosive? Are they not smokes at all? Is it a metaphor? An analogy?
I got no idea, but I'm assuming it's one of those things.
Marge?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What are these smokes? Are they, quote, and he holds his fingers up, quote unquote, are they actually smokes? Or is it metaphor?
Oh my god, yeah, the smokes. Yeah, smokes. You smoke them. Smokes. It's in the name.
Are they explosive?
What? Well, that wouldn't be a very good smoke now, would it? If it exploded every time you smoked it.
Right. Okay, where do we go to get your smokes?
The usual place, like I told you.
Oh, nothing is usual to us here.
Oh, well, it's in the place that we frequent usually.
Which is?
In that exact place that I just said.
Well, let's go.
Okay, let's go to the place that we frequent.
All right, so you start heading down and out.
As we're walking
I
along,
guess.
I'd like to go up next to Niavara while we're just strolling along following Marge. Be like, hey, Niavara, I've been meaning to ask something. What do you think that the Dark Six want with you? With these coins and these visions and stuff that you were kind of mentioning? What do they want? Why are they making such contact with you in such blatant ways?
Niavara considers it for a moment before she actually struggles to answer. And she's like, truth be told, I don't know. Most of the Dark Six don't see fit to make their presences known on Earth. The fact that I keep seeing visions of this council and they keep leaving me these coins, and they keep looking to me as though they're expecting something, it unnerves me.
Right, me too.
And
It's
she
kind
sort
of
of,
like what's going on with Kozik.
and she snorts like, what's going on with Kozik is that he's a warlock.
Well,
That's
right.
a series of poor decisions wrapped in a layer of other poor decisions.
I'm looking at the sky right now.
Chog holds a smile and as he kind of looks back at Kozik. Ah, I've been wanting to talk to Kozik as well. But, uh, yeah, what do they have a purpose for you? Do they want you to go somewhere? Are they just saying, "Hey, you're cool, we like you," and seem concrete at all?
And she thinks on that for a second, and she's like, see, it's a table of 5 people, and I'm the 6th at the table. And I don't see any of the others' faces. So I can't actually say that they're the 6th or not. Well, there's 5 of them. Clearly it's not the 6 if there's only 5.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Right. One has not made contact.
The Traveler.
Oh, that's ironic.
I know. Well, I should say, I'm assuming the Traveler hasn't made contact. These individuals, their faces are shrouded. I don't see them.
But they slide, I think you said they slide these coins to
Coins.
you, and then they're there. You have them.
And she takes one
Traverse.
out.
I mean, look at that. They traverse the planes. They just drop something right out of thin air into one reality to the next. I mean, what the hell?
Listen, this is not my strong suit. I've spent all day trying to sort of parse through this mentally, and I'm still coming up blank. It's disturbing. That's what it is. I mean, I understand that that is their whole thing, but also, if the shadow wants something of me, he should just ask.
Ever since I left the Hells, to be perfectly honest, I thought that all my troubles would end when I left the Hells. I don't know why I thought that. Maybe I just really wanted it. But I'm starting to see that the influence of the Hells, it stretches everywhere we've been. And what I mean by that especially are these contracts. I do believe that they were invented in hell. Contracts.
Do you know? And she sort of
I-
smiles.
I mean, that was what we were taught anyway. It could be bullshit. But I'm seeing all these entities trying to lock a lot of people into various contracts. We had it with Dale. I'm watching it with Kozik. I wonder if that's what's happening with you and the 6. I don't know. It concerns me. I'm realizing that there is no paradise beyond the hells. It's still mortal. It's still flawed. And I'm coming to grips with that. But I'm just as worried for you and our other teammates. For your souls, for your will. I feel like I want to push all these silly entities away that are trying to screw with your lives, but I can't. They're powerful. Don't know what they want. It doesn't feel very good sometimes, but I don't know. Good and bad have all been strange to me. I
All right,
left the
MC.
hells too. Ambiguous.
Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate you.
And she thinks on that for a second, and she's like, "You're a genuinely good person."
Enjoy your shows.
Chaw.
Unreal.
And so I do think that that might make some of this rather strange to you. And so she sort of thinks
Thanks.
about how to phrase it. Not all contracts that you might see in these worlds are harmful. Some of them are properly beneficial. Things like marital contracts, for example. They clearly define the layers of like where one person starts and another ends. and grant them certain rights. All a contract is an agreement that everyone agrees to be formalized. So you could probably ask Kozik, did he ever sign like a contract, or is it more a personal relationship that he's formed with his lady? I've gotten the impression that it's the latter. As for me, I've certainly never signed a piece of paper that bound me to the Six. One could argue that potentially my drow mother did, but I'm given to understand that she didn't have much of a choice in the matter either. And I think if she'd had the choice, I think she much rather would have preferred my twin sister, if you will. But with that in mind, I suppose the question is to ask you, it's not that things aren't better than the Hells, because I do believe that they are. Everything that you've told me about it implies
Oh,
that
definitely.
are you better off here?
For sure. I think my point was that I guess I was thinking that Beyond the Hells was utopia, and that was just wishful thinking. That every day I'm learning is not accurate,
Understand your point.
which is
But
okay. So that's okay.
I can understand being disappointed, though.
There's
I'm disappointed
more.
all the time.
Speaking of disappointment, so Kozik, you're just staring at the sky, right?
Yeah, I'm hanging out.
All right. Well, you guys notice Marge is already starting to head.
Yeah, this was a
she's
walk
got
and talk.
Okay.
It wasn't it was a walk and talk.
All right.
Yeah.
So, scene change. Back to the bazaar, the bazaar. All right. So it sounds like Marge is heading directly to the place, the spot, the usual spot.
Yep, that's where we're going.
Perfect.
Over here to the usual place in which we frequent. Usually.
Allegedly. All right. So you make your way through Zareth. There's, as you already know, there's a lot of festivities. There's a lot of decorations and just a general malaise of the city is just very joyful and celebratory. There's people that are just kind of sitting outside, on the curved sides of the cobblestone sides, enjoying beverages and smokes, and there's signs up that are in celebratory, celebratory signs like the Day of Mirth. Myrium is great. She's awesome. Yeah, it's very colorful and lighthearted at the moment. However, amongst all that, makes a perfect distraction, and it sounds like you're all following Marge, so you guys all eventually turn into not really a dark alleyway, but it's an alleyway. It's pretty concealed from the public. It's, there's a couple of pretty large buildings butted up next to each other, but there's enough space for, you guys to squeeze into this little alleyway. And sitting in said alleyway is a very familiar looking kobold woman. And she's just staring at a wall, tapping her little clawed feet.
Samara, is that you?
Yeah, you finally showed up. You finally did it.
Well, it's hard to wrangle in all these fellow adventurers here. They're always talking about doom and gloom and big words and whatnot.
Well, that's just how they use their words. You let him talk their little mouths off. That's more for you to learn, I guess. Anyway, and she places a smoke in betwixt her kobold jaws and lights it. Actually, no, hold on. Even cooler. She puts the smoke betwixt her kobold jaws and walks up to Marge. You gave me the smokes, but you didn't give me a light. How rude of you.
Oh, my bad. It pulls out her flint and tinder and gives Tamara the old light.
And she takes a long inhale, and then a moment, and then an exhale. Ah, yeah, that hits the spot. That's how you get the voice of an angel right there. All right. So you're ready to pick up the smokes, the other smokes, and
Oh yeah, you got the extra smokes this times.
oh yeah. I got the location you gotta go. So you know about the the little and she looks towards the party, and then back to Marge. I don't know. Yeah, are these fellas under your supervision? Do you take responsibility for anything they may or may not end up doing?
Well, yeah, I mean, for the most part, I guess so. I mean, they're trying to get, they're trying to get a little meet and greet, if you know what I mean. So, they're here to tag along.
All right, so they got motive. All right. They need something from old Tamara. This
They
is
sure do.
perfect. All right. In that case, I'll rein you all in on the game plan here. And she goes back to the wall and stares at it, and lifts a tiny little kobold claw and starts just scratching some kind of shape into the wall. And after about 2 minutes of this, she slams her fist into it twice. And where you would think a door would open where this alleyway wall is, there's actually a seal that forms in the floor just beneath, or in the ground just beneath it. And there is a sort of a trap door. And she snaps her fingers and it opens up. All right, then let's discuss business, for the smokes. And then she just immediately hops down as if this is nothing more than usual procedure.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with any of this.
It's fine. Trust me. Hop on in.
Insight check. Do I trust them?
Would that be an insight check or just a you check? Whether or not you trust them.
Do
Oh,
I
no.
trust them?
Well.
I totally trust
Oh,
them.
it's a red number. That's good.
100%
red
I
number.
trust them. Okay.
Okay, so where is my...
Shaw looks at everybody else. Are you guys cool with this?
If it makes you feel any better, I'll stand outside and watch while y'all hop into the trap door that came out from a seal from a kobold lady.
Yeah. Thought?
I got
I'm gonna
Kozik,
go ahead and
Shaw,
vote no on that one.
Rain's
I mean,
not
do
there.
you
Right?
want your meeting with Miri or not?
I mean,
Well,
it sounds like we're both helping each other here.
Well, yeah. Well, kinda, yeah. I gotta go get smokes. I don't want to deal with any boys.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't want to have to bring out my boys. I'd rather use adventurers to help. And you all need something from old me and Tamara, Marge and Tamara. The M&T, as I like to call it, or the TM, maybe trademark. I don't know. Hop on in. The water's fine, I promise.
we all have PTSD. So, trapdoors, dark, shady alleyways.
Copy.
We aren't big fans these days.
Yeah, me neither.
So,
Vector.
It's just like home. And Niavara will take the first step inside.
If Niavara will go in, then so shall I.
There you go.
Chad drops his chin to his chest, just being like, "Oh, I tried," and he'll jump in.
Come on, Mr. Zed, you want me to hold your hand? I'll hold your hand while we go down to the trapdoor together. Would that make you feel better?
Oh wow!
I don't think so,
Okay.
but it might ensure that you aren't going to get away. So
Yeah, why not? Give me your hand. Let's hold hands. We'll go together. We'll jump on the count of 3. You ready? You want to count with me?
no.
All right. You ready?
1,
Yep. 1.
2,
2. Yep. 3. And there we go.
3.
And yeah, hop on in like graceful, synchronized swimmers. I don't know.
I like that image.
Was that so bad? Was that so bad, Mr. Zed?
Where the hell are we?
You know, the place I told you.
Oh, sorry, that was out of character. That's good.
Oh, you
But I
can't see
like how you
anything.
respond in character to my out of character voice.
Sometimes it's just easy to keep the voice that way.
You can see inside, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So you jump down to this little trap door, and there really isn't a whole lot of space. There's like a very narrow hallway that goes maybe like 10 feet, and then a door that well, I guess you can technically open and step into. I'll just say you do because Marge is leading the charge.
Why they call me Charge and Marge.
And
Sergeant
inside,
Marge? Okay.
and inside there's like a little bookshelf. There's like a desk. There's like a little like water cooler looking thing. And sitting at this desk is, well, Miss Tamara. All right. Step on in. Let's get to business. We got some smokes to get, and we ain't got a lot of time to get them.
All right, give me the smokes and give me the details, Damaris.
All right. And does anybody else want to look at anything or do anything while you're in here before she goes into?
Yes. Pops a couple of times, and he's like, "Oh, it's kind of dusty in here. Pardon me. I have a magical trick that I do to help me overcome allergies. So don't mind me while I cast this little spell I learned from my grandmother."
Be careful doing that in here.
Oh yeah, no problem. It's safe. And Chaw's gonna cast Detect Thoughts while they talk.
It's funny that you say you're going to do that.
I warned him.
I need to double check if you have to do a caster level check on.
So that first he just casts it, and he knows his surface thoughts. I'll let me cast the spell.
Oh, there's
Spell.
something else in effect.
Oh, gotcha.
I just need to see if it's a caster level or if it just fails. Present creatures, areas, how do you bypass it? Sorry, it's a very long description. I gotta make sure I'm doing this right.
Sure.
Mr. Zed, I noticed you have some smooth hands for a man of your stature, you know what I mean?
Are they? I'm
Well,
not really
compared
in
to
the business
mine.
of judging smoothness of hands there.
Well,
Oh, yours aren't
suppressed.
fucking smooth at
Okay.
all. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, compared to my hand, my scaly,
Do you
lizard
normally
hands.
feel
Completely
your own
suppressed.
hands
Okay.
for their smoothness?
Well,
Is
you
that
know,
where
when
you're comparing
you're
from?
rubbing your hands together, sometimes you get a sense of how
Right.
your your hands feel. You don't do that? You don't rub
True.
your hands together?
I don't make a habit of it, but I've done it
Oh,
before.
okay. I see. All right.
I'm just wondering how long, I guess, the list of comparison goes as far as your experience.
How long? Oh, you mean like compared to other fellers?
Yes, it was just, just like for something that just kind of popped up in normal conversation. We just met each other, and
Yeah, that's right.
it for whatever reason seems like that might be something that you're like maybe a commonality, like an icebreaker, so to speak. Just hey, you got smooth hands.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, when you're killing time.
That's understandable.
hmm Yeah, you know, I'm not a big fan of dead air.
I guess if we're on about it, where would you say my hands rank as far as the
Ooh,
smoothness
compared
goes?
to the all 4 people that I've held hands with, I must say number 2.
There's
One being the best.
there's no way. Now I don't mean to get all defensive, but honestly, you've only met 4 people.
Well, 4 people that I've held hands with and jumped into a trap door.
Well, now you're adding stipulations to the mix.
Oh, so
All right, so I'm number 2.
it's my
Who's
list.
number 1?
Oh no,
That's
I
fair.
can't tell you that. I can't tell you who number 1 is.
We can't.
That's a secret.
Well, if number 1 asks who number 2 is, would you tell him?
Probably not.
All right.
Number 1 might get jealous that I'm touching other people's hands and jumping in trapdoors.
That's another good point as well.
I make a lot of good points.
So far, yeah.
All right, so I found the thing. Cha, you go to utilize detect thoughts, and it just does not work.
I warned you. I told you not to do it.
Oh man! And Cha sneezes into his shirt. What am I going to do now?
You think I'm not prepared for any circumstances of the magical influence?
Get me in
Come on
trouble.
now.
I honestly don't know you well enough to know if you would be prepared for anything.
Well, now you know, so
like
don't
that.
cross old Tamara next time. You might get a fisting.
You wouldn't like
I
a
wasn't
fisting.
crossing. I don't want a fisting, honestly.
Yeah, write that down.
Yep.
Because otherwise, I'm going to have to do the fisting or I'm going to have to get the boys. And you don't want
Yeah, we
either
don't
of
want to
those.
get the boys out.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get the boys. And she
Who are the
hops up on the
boys?
desk. You definitely don't want me to get the boys.
We don't want the boys.
And then she hops back down in the chair.
You're right. I don't want any boys fisting me.
All right, so down to business. So, you know about the, the entrance we got, right? The labyrinth-like cave system we got set up to make sure nobody finds us, you know. If ever something goes wrong, we know where to go. You know that. You know, I don't need to tell you twice.
Yeah, you don't need to tell me twice. Keep going.
But I will anyway. So you know
Okay.
about the cave system, right? You know about that.
Okay, yep,
Just-
I'm aware.
Just to make sure the fellas in the back are listening, because they're hiding by the door like they're scared little, mules or something.
Yeah, y'all's hear that? Can you hear from over there? Can you hear from 15 feet away?
Yep. So we're in the cave system?
I can hear you. I can't. I'm kidding. I can hear. It's a really small room, guys.
All
Why are you
right, so for
telling
the
us about
fella,
your cave system?
so the fella all the way in the back there. Here, I just move up to you so you can hear me clearly. You know what? Here,
Perfect.
I'll even move right here so everybody. You know what? I'll even go right here so everybody can hear me. Is that better? Can you hear me now?
That's close enough, thank you.
I'm gonna be honest, Miss Tamara. This doesn't seem quite as official without you in your chair. Can I? You know what? Hold on. Let me grab your chair. Hold on. I'm gonna grab your chair.
The
Let me-
chair,
got
the
that,
chair
all
would
right?
help.
Okay, here we
It
go.
would
All
help.
right. Okay, sit down in your chair
All right.
and then point at him.
All right. And now there's this kobold that's finally the same height as most everybody else. But the chair is like a swivel chair, so she kind of has to use her tail to like keep it from swinging too far when she points at people. All right. So I got some, some individuals that need some escaping. All right, but the unfortunate circumstances, it seems like the magic's gone all, wonky and something like that. The other fella that I sent out there to, how do you say, retrieve the goods, you know. They haven't made it back and the goods ain't here yet, so clearly something happened or they crossed me. One way or the other, shit went down, and old Tamara needs to know what's going on. If you could do old Tamara a favor and get me my goods back, safe and sound, and I throw
Your
you know what?
smokes.
Yeah, my smokes. And
Hey, what exactly are your goods?
They're
Because
my
we keep
smokes.
saying smokes, and I'm assuming that they're not smokes.
oh, aren't you a perceptive one? You're really good at the word making with your mouth hole.
He's really good at it. He's really good at speaking with
I've
his
been-
mouth and words.
And
Yeah,
he
you-
has soft hands, apparently.
Number 2, in fact.
All right.
So
Well,
far, I'm doing really well.
well,
This is going
since,
great.
oh yeah, fantastic. Now, since everybody here is under, your responsibility, and you got your warning there, Mister the Horn fella.
Cha. Cha.
Bless you.
More of a dance, actually. Cha-cha. But you can call me Cha.
All right, you can call me Cha. Gotcha. So, the smokes is just another way we here like to say is smuggling refugees into the city here. You know, the whole situation with this being a free wild fey area doesn't do too well for some folks out there. They want to leave, but they can't leave because loyalties and all that crap. We bring them here.
Wait, so
That's our job.
Inside
are they being
check.
held captive? Are they prisoners?
Or like the other courts, the other courts there, and some folks maybe don't want to exactly, be a part of that court.
He's being
Are they
truthful.
telling the truth? So Cha's listening very closely now. Okay.
Hey, well,
You wanted to
We've actually
get
had
us
a-
off the streets.
we've actually had a bit of a tendency of liberation, bit of a history of it, I say. So, how I'm not speaking for everyone here, but I feel a bit inclined. How should we help?
Well, weren't you listening to hold on here? And she licks her finger. But it's talon, so it looks like she's gonna like give you a wet willy, but then realize she has like clawed fingers. Can somebody give this fellow a wet willy? His ears are clearly clogged. I just told you what I was talking about.
Mr.
You
Zed,
have.
with your soft hands. We talking about the labyrinth, the tunnels, right?
Yeah, you gotta get through there. I'll give you the directions to get through there to the appropriate location. You know them tunnels, they could lead anywhere. That's the whole point of having them be so convoluted and, confusing as hell.
So you have refugees you're smuggling into the city because of the Seelie and Unseelie battles. They want to be free of that. That's understood. You sent somebody to take some refugees to get them into the city and they got hung up somewhere? Is that it?
This is the smart one right here, Tamara. This one right here, he listened real well and he real smart.
Well, not really.
All right then, since you're
Pretty
clearly
Kozik's pretty smart too.
who's Kozik? I don't know a Kozik.
Oh, that's our friend in the corner here. He is a dwarf.
Oh yeah, I know dwarves. Hello there.
Belated greetings.
Oh, look at you with the big words. I like this one already. I know those words.
I'm unfazed by his.
Her.
You know, we do have a lot of big words in our group. I have to say, we're all pretty well read.
You know what? But the one I think I like the most is the one over here, and she points to Nivara. Don't need to say a lot of words to get your point across. I like her. She's got spunk. I like it.
She
Niamara
doesn't have
will
to say
give a little
anything to get her point across, if you understand my meaning.
It's true. You're dead right about our friend over there.
And Tamara even goes in so far as to communicate via Thieves' Cant I like the cut of your jib. And though, Marge, you don't have thieves' cant, you've known Tamara long enough to know what this represents.
Okay.
All
Was
right.
that to Niavara?
Yep.
She'll give a little smile, like a little knowing look, and she's like, "Yep."
Luke would know. Or, I mean, Zed would know it too, right?
Yeah, Zed would
Yes.
know it's just directed at Niavara.
All right, tomorrow the directions. We need the directions in the tunnels to get the to get the smokes.
Oh, yeah. So, hold on, let me do something here. Excuse me, I gotta get back behind my desk with my very fancy rolling chair.
Okay.
She rolls the chair around.
In all fairness, we do feel sympathetic to the cause if you're telling the truth, which I think you are. So yeah, what? So are we doing a rescue operation?
Yeah, we got to rescue the smokes. We got to get some
Sure.
smokes. Yeah, I mean, what we're in a relatively safe space, but you know what the smokes are. Is that there's some folks that we trying to get in, but let's try to keep calling them smokes. Just in case, just because old Marge
No
is a little
problem.
paranoid sometimes. But at the same time, if you need further proof that that we're all telling the truth here and that we're doing what we're doing, after all this is said and done, just as a good faith, you might want to talk to Tiffany there. She was a part of one of our operations.
Really? Is Lady Myrium involved as well? Does she sanction this?
I'm not at liberty to say.
That's fair. That's fair. That could put her in a compromising position.
But you may ask Tiffany, again, if you're still not believing us after this whole thing, ask Tiffany how exactly she got into the city and became,
Huh.
Yeah, it's all about who you know around here. It gets you real far, and making friends is definitely a good idea. All right, so the location, it's once you go through the tunnels. So Tamara will slide you a piece of parchment, which is blank.
Mm-hmm.
But you know this as, it's blank for a reason. And you also know that when you touch it, it will give you the exact directions of how to navigate the labyrinthian maze that is the mountain passes. You know the drill. And basically when you touch it, it gives you a photographic memory of, like, imagine like looking down at a heist map and it's just drawing the line from point A to point B. That's basically what this does for you.
Okay, I think I got it here.
All right, you got it. You sure you got it this time? Don't want you getting
Let me
lost
get one
in
more
it.
look. Hold on 1 second.
All right.
One more look. All right.
All right.
Okay, I think I got it now.
All right. So the sooner
Any
you
of the
can get
rest
this
of us
time.
look at that so we can help out in case Marge is unable to help continue the journey?
Then it would be best that you keep Marge safe then, huh?
Oh, we definitely will.
And don't get
us to
separated. It might be
touch
real
them.
bad for you.
Okay, you don't want us to know.
What
Listen,
can I say? I know Thunder Thighs here longer than I've known any of you. Yeah, you are under her employ, but at the same rate, there's a certain level of trust here. We're business partners, and we've known each other a long time. No disrespect to you, but I gotta keep my my trade secrets on the down low.
Well, at the same time, we're actually doing you a favor, because if you touch the apartment, you learn all the stuffs, then now you at risk. You know what I'm saying? You get that? Now you at risk.
Sure. I wonder about that. Why are you trusting us?
Well, I need some able-bodied folks to, help me get through these mountain passes, labyrinth, to get to smokes, and, I need some help. I can't just rely on the boys all the time.
Oh, so what you're saying is your boys are inadequate? Because I'll test your boys against my boys.
Listen, they tired, okay? They tired. We've been doing this a long time, Tamara's. You know that.
And she just waves her hand.
We're getting old.
Hey, we're happy to help. I think. You guys happy to help? How do you feel about it?
You want
I
that?
feel
You
like
want that?
we're expendable, but I am happy to help if it allows us to meet the Lady Myrium.
Yeah, if you want the meeting with
What is he
Myriams, you
doing?
gotta, give me a little assistance, right?
I
I just begs to be asked here.
Still not convinced.
Why are both of you doing this?
Well, like for the greater good. You ever you ever been trapped somewhere before? You know how that feels.
I think we all do, probably.
And we're just one piece of the puzzle to help relieve some folks of their feelings. That's all.
Do you get paid for it?
I mean, we get some smokes. Do enjoy me a
Wait.
good drag.
Wait, is that still code? Because
Who's Greta
No,
Good?
that's not cool. I'm talking about smokes.
your
As
reward is the
Dingo.
refugees that we're saving.
No, you missed the part where I said no. I'm talking about smokes, literal smokes. Put them in my mouth. Smoke them. Puff puff.
Yeah, the refugees aren't metaphors anymore. Now they're just talking about smoking.
Yeah, I do love me a good smoke. You know what? I'm gonna take a drag of this one right here. But anyway, once you get through the mountain pass, you're probably gonna make your way to some I don't know, some old ruins or something. I don't know. There's not a whole lot of detail after that. I know the pass. I know most other places, but I don't really have to go very far because I'm the facilitator of this fine business of collecting smokes and making sure they have a wonderful life.
Again, not to be the hitch in the rug here, but so
You're being the hitch. You're being the hitch in the rug.
all right. It's good to meet you, Marge. I just want to say, so your whole operation here, you're going in saving refugees.
Are you
Check
talking to
one.
Marge or?
Both of you. However, the current predicament that we're in is you sent people off to save those people, and now you've lost them too. And now you're going to send more people after the initial people, and then I'm assuming the extra people that you end up sending in the first place that got lost as well. Is this normal sort of practice for this whole operation? We stepping into, a bit of a situation where next week someone's going to be sent off after us?
I
Well,
don't know. I
obviously,
guess if you really suck at what you're doing, yeah.
we don't want to do that. That's why we getting the y'all folk adventurers. Me and the boys, and we tired. We need the adventurers. We need some help. You got smooth hands. I think you can handle it.
Was that a pun? Do you think I can handle it?
It wasn't a pun, but I'll let you have this one.
I see where you're coming from, Marge. All right.
What could we run into out there? Just hypothetically, what if other smoke transportation operations had to deal with that we might run into?
Oh, the occasional riffraff bandit. That's fortunately me and the boys haven't run into too much trouble doing this whole thing. It is dangerous, but nothing too crazy from my experience.
Do you happen to have
I need to
any
put that down.
just additional information that you could provide on these refugees specifically? You want to make sure we're getting the right folks, and if
Right.
there's any, sort of, we want them to trust us. You see, because we obviously we're not in this business normally, so they might not, be used to our group showing up. I'd say, but Anything
Well-
like that? Any code words? Anything special? Like, I'm into secret handshakes. That could be fun.
Well, kinda. So, to answer your first question, no, we don't know who they are. We can't know who they are. Does that make sense?
Understood.
Right.
Right?
Sure.
The second thing is, yes, I do have a medallion that represents our operation, and that is the symbol that we use to show each other that we are in this group.
All right.
Marge, you have one of those. Yeah?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
That's okay.
All right. Any more
Yes.
questions from the fellas in the back?
So we don't know who we're looking for or where they are.
No, we know it is. For the most part. At least 60% of it.
Are these like pixies, brownies, or sprites, or other denizens of the Fae, or
They could be.
they might be? Okay.
Honestly, the more I'm putting this together, it very well could just look like a kidnapping. We show up, you point out people that we don't really know who they are to begin with.
No, they'll
They
know who
don't
we
know
are. Does that make sense? That's why
they
we got-
know who we are?
Yeah. That's the
That
whole
was
point.
all right. How?
The whole, well, I just told you, is the medallions things, that I shows. I go, hey, look what I got, and they go, oh, we got ones too, and then they come with
Right.
us. That's how that works.
So there's never been any sort of unfortunate circumstance with those there medallions where they get maybe into the wrong hands and then you just go completely trusting someone for no reason because they stole it or killed someone that had it?
Not to my knowledge, we're normally pretty good at this type of thing. We've been doing it for a long time, you sees.
Yeah.
Zed, do you trust Tiffany? You feel like been around her enough that you could trust her?
I say yeah.
She did. I think she did vouch for them earlier. So maybe it's okay.
It's fair. I don't just trying to, cover all the corners there.
Oh, sure.
Well, let's
Yavara
get to saving
Kozik?
folks.
I think this
Oh, I'm
sounds
down.
sounds like a noble task, and I think that we can do it.
I mean, what are your other options? You get, you go with us, you help us, we succeed most likely. Maybe, I give it 85%. We succeed. You get your thing with Miri. What's your other choice? You go, I don't really want to do this. Then we have to knock you out and wipe your memory. I don't want to have to do all that. That's a lot of work.
Do you remember, members of my party, how every single one of us managed to destroy the evil mayor? Do you remember that epic fight that we were every one of us, involved in?
The mayor, I think he's doing a speech. I'm excited.
It's pretty
I
epic.
don't-
yeah,
It's
let's-
pretty epic.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
right, go for it.
Definitely
I'm
Kozik.
listening.
Gosh, it was amazing.
Well, I think that having survived that, I think we can survive almost anything. That's what I have to say.
I'd say maybe except for 300-foot fall right on your face, but yeah, there's always a outlier.
It's got a tingle up my spine. Jeez, Kozik. Incredible.
I'm too old to have tingles.
Honestly, I thought that was going to be more, but all right. That was great. Great job. Everybody's morale boosted. We ready to go?
Huh.
Yavara, how you feel about it?
I mean, I was down from the first moment that she offered the opportunity to go fuck with something in the courts. I think that's hysterical. No notes. I was more
You
letting
know-
Kozik come to that decision.
That's a good way to
Also,
summarize it.
I was hint Kozik might not have actually took part in any battle against the mayor, but
Oh,
But the way you
I
just
wasn't
said it though, we
I wasn't gonna
totally
throw you under the
pictured you.
bus.
The way you just
as if
said
we
it
can all
though, we
remember it.
pictured you there. You were there now.
We've been in deep caves before. We've shepherded prisoners away before, so I think we can do this.
Yeah, let's go
Gosh.
fuck with some quartz. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now
Let's
get the hell
do
out of my
it.
office before I turn into a blood skeletal remain. Goddamn, y'all take forever to reach a decision. Can't you just say yes or no? Good lord, Marge, how
Let's
do you
go.
find these people?
I'm
How
sorry.
many
Let's
more
go put
times do
ourselves
we
right
have
into
to
the
say
middle of
yes?
a gigantic political mess in an entire realm. Let's
Well, that's
do
what
it
the
again.
tunnels are for. Don't you get it? That's what the tunnels are for. So the tunnels
Nevar
underneath.
already ready to leave.
Good lord.
You know what? I'm with Niavara, Kozik, and Zed and my team. Let's do this. Yeah.
I do
My
think that you're
PTSD
right
has
behind
passed
the.
for the day.
What was that,
I do
Navar?
think Kozik right behind you is the door, and she'll point.
Oh, well, let's open it. Is this
That's-
door open?
It's just a scene
Miss-
change thing.
Ms.
So-
Tamara? I'm pulling at that doorknob. Whoa.
What? Huh?
The kobold looked like she dozed off like twice.
What?
How are we supposed to get the fuck out of here?
Oh yeah, you just opened the door.
Jesus. Push it, Kozik. Don't pull. Push.
Is this one of the sliding doors or oh, here we go.
Dear God. Niavara will
Uh,
lean over to Zedrin as they pass and say, being a noble apparently removes your ability to do basic tasks.
I don't carry
Dude.
keys.
You know, Marge,
Do you also not carry hands?
I'm gonna
Oh,
have to
they-
say,
guys.
I'm gonna have to say good luck on this one, Marge, because you got yourself quite the interesting bunch there.
Interesting is a good. It's a very nice word you're using there.
We're
Yeah.
totally gonna get your smokes back. For sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah,
Get
because
the
you're
boys
so...
on back up,
Snickers.
Tamaris. Get
Yeah,
the boys
right.
on back
Yeah, I
up.
kind of already got it. Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. I'm definitely gonna get the boys ready, just in case. I swear, old
Morris.
Tamara's got to do everything.
Snickering as she says, I think that our percentage of succeeding in their minds has gone down from a solid 85% to probably something like 45%.
You know, it's our meticulous planning that has ensured our survival one horrifying situation after another, guys. So I think that was perfect. We wanted to figure out if we were actually doing a human slavery or humanoid slavery trafficking job or actually rescuing refugees. And I think we figured it out.
Well,
Maybe
now
we
that we
also
left
could
the
have
trap
figured it out.
door, maybe we should not be so loud and use that type of language out here.
Oh, whoops.
Okay,
you guys, let's do this thing.
To make Oh, the stream can see this though. No. All right. So, where do you guys want to go? You're outside the trapdoor, and once you all effectively step out of it, the door itself just kind of disappears.
Oh. Yeah, some serious magic in there. To be perfectly honest, I was casting a spell to read your minds and see if you were bullshitting us or not. And it just
warned
like
you.
wiped that spell right out. Just
Yeah, I
wiped it
warned you.
out like it was nothing.
Didn't listen.
Incredible. No, I don't listen.
Yeah, listen to
I'm
old
just
Marge.
impressed. I'll
Anyway,
listen now.
yeah, we gotta go to the mountain pass now.
Here we go.
That's where we're gonna find the smokes.
Just wait.
Of course, that's where the best tobacco's found.
That's right. She's catching on quick.
Yeah.
I almost want to DM as Tamara's voice now. Damn, I've been doing that so long. Anyway,
Go for it.
nah.
all right. So you make your way through town. No,
So, you make your way through Zarth. You head out. You know, there's a front gate and a rear gate. And you'd know it to be, you go out the rear gate for this particular city. At the gates, there are guards, 2 of which are. Yep, there it is. So one of the guards appears to be a 2-headed ogre mage. Very large, very bulky. And, there's 2 heads on the shoulders. And the other guard seems to be a very unassuming looking elven person. A ladrin, as you denizens of the Fae would know. And they're just kind of standing guard. They don't interrupt you or anything. But there are other people that are coming and going. Because it's still like it's midday at this point. So there's a lot of exotic creatures you're starting to see. You're pretty sure you see some where is it? You're pretty sure you see somebody on top of this multi-legged thing with like this sharp looking head. You'd see an ostrich. Probably the most awkward thing you've seen so far. An actual normal creature. Yeah, well, no, there's horses. But you just see like a myriad of interesting creatures. You see more dinosaurs kind of in because you have had experience with dinosaurs not very far from here. So you can ascertain that some people have tamed some and made them mounts, some pets. And you're pretty sure you walk past a dinosaur with a top hat and a monocle, and it's speaking very elegantly.
Oh, I like the cut of his jib.
His
But-
mouth is just hanging open.
You exit the gate, and since you effectively have a map of the tunnels, you make so Marge leading the charge. See what I did there? Marge leading the charge.
Ah,
She takes you to a slightly more craggy mountain pass. You can definitely feel the temperature dropping a little bit purely due to elevation. And the rocks out here seem very opalescent. Like there's like this kind of sheen to some of them. It seems pretty quote unquote natural because you see it everywhere. You see like boulders of varying sizes of this coloration. You see small pebbles with it that maybe have chunked off some of the boulders. Like it seems like a natural thing, at least as far as the overarching environment. It's very colorful. It's vibrant. It's you know that like color that oil takes, like when it's like in water, kind of has that like multicolor kind of appearance to it. That's kind of what some of these rocks look like. However, beyond that point, maybe 5-10 minutes of walking, you come to a cave. It's a little bit of a squeeze, but nothing anybody has any trouble getting around. It's at least 15 feet wide, so you can easily just kind of hug the side and make your way to it. And on the side of this cliff, there is like a rope bridge, as it were, which dangles about 20 feet across. 20 feet across, and there's just these old wooden ropes attached to both sides. It looks old and dangly and dingy, and it could probably fall apart any second. Or maybe it's designed to look like that on purpose. However, Marge is very aware of this and very experienced with this, and she clears it. She walks across it with no problem. It doesn't even sway when you step on it. To which you enter the cave, and you are immediately greeted with at least 5 different directions that you could be going. But you have the mental map, so if you want to stop and talk here or just kind of power through it, we can just fast forward through that because you already have the knowledge.
It will lead the way.
I ask whether this walk could be considered a short rest or not.
Oh, definitely.
Awesome.
So unless anybody wanted to do or say anything, basically it's a speak now or forever hold your peace.
Hey, this is a pretty elaborate system you have here. Was that bridge magical, Marge?
Yes, it is.
Who was that?
That was Marge's memory telling Marge that that is magical.
Why is Marge's memory speaking in my head now? Chaw's looking around in all directions. Something mysterious about this cave.
I don't hear anything.
You
Turn
You
your
okay,
microphone
Chaw?
on, Kozik. Sorry, you guys, I'm having a freak out. Okay, let me take a breath.
What happens when you use what's the word? And she snaps her
Mescaline?
fingers. Right. No, not the word I was thinking of.
AOD?
Right, mind magic. You end up with voices in your head.
Ah, shit, you're right. I have to be careful with that one. Causes a lot of trouble. By the way, if anybody wants me to really deep dive into their
Oh
mind to
crap!
find
Why did
something that maybe they've lost or want to have more insight on,
that all
I'll
wonky?
totally have a
Oh, that
session
was
with you
weird.
guys for free.
Thank you,
Gotta
Chaw.
find the little scene.
Anytime.
Kind offer.
Where's it? There it is.
Everything is confidential, I promise.
Oh, but I guess before we go in there, can I don't know if it would help, but can I put on those my little special invisible shoes?
Sure.
And your feet just disappear, right? Like you just don't
No,
have
his feet are
now?
visible. That's why I didn't.
No, it's
Oh no, it
I think
shows
it's
your
like Wonder
feet.
Woman's. It's like Wonder Woman's invisible jet kind of thing.
Got it.
Close this ass.
So I definitely dig out a nice fresh pair of stockings in my bag and kind of put those on, so it looks all nice. And then I put my my magical wooden shoes on there.
We'll have to give you some
They're actually pretty
boot-shaped
comfortable.
socks. Boot print socks.
They look like boots, yeah.
I was like, do you have your nails done on your feet?
In gentler days, maybe. It's been quite a while.
Ow. All right. Marge leading the charge.
We have the Underdark in here. Go into so many tunnels.
Maybe Kaz had to step away. He's muted. All right. So, you guys.
Yavara, I appreciate your impulsiveness, by the way. I would like to be more impulsive sometimes.
Oh, was I impulsive there?
Yeah. To ask
How
any
so?
questions. There was no concern, no worry that we were being trapped or kidnapped or being potentially murdered. You were just like, I'm all in. I liked it. I feel like I've
I mean,
gotten
did
more
you think
paranoid.
you have?
Yeah. I don't want to be
You
paranoid.
see, my whole thought process is that if she was going to kill us, her boys would have been already there. You don't go through something that elaborate and leave that big of a trail if you're just gonna murder someone.
Okay.
Secondly, I mean, like, what's the harm in just like following through? You know, it's one of my edicts. I go where I'm supposed to.
I like it. Like destiny or fate or whatever it is. I
Well,
like it.
thank you. I do appreciate you trying to ground us. Though, like, what's the harm in this? Like, genuinely, why wouldn't we just agree? It's not like that we can't fight our way out.
We are badasses.
Not even that.
Hmm.
Like, I don't. I truly. I mean this in the nicest of ways, Marge. Uh, I do think that five of us would probably take you in a fight quite
Ooh.
handily.
If
And barring
Marge
that,
wasn't having
I'm.
a self-imposed, day of silence, I think they would respond very aggressively to that. What do you think? Do you think aggressively or sarcastically?
Warningly.
Or they just trudge forward anyway.
It's not listening to us bantering in their caves where they told us to be quiet.
No way out but through. After all, I'm sure that those smokes have to be pretty good.
Get this. Right map? It's the right map.
I do like
Okay.
doing things that are nice for other people in need. So it was good to hear that. Just don't want to be used for evil, if I can help it. Speaking of evil, and Cha's gonna go up beside Kozik. Hey, Kozik,
I'm gonna bring their tokens on here.
you've been
Before.
going through a lot with your lady.
Coast
Um,
shop.
how do you feel about it? Do you have any more impressions about your relationship with them? What they want?
Info.
Like where it's going? What it could mean for your future and your nobility and no?
Zed.
Well, Mr. Cha, that's quite an expansive question, but I think that I've never been more sure than I am now that we're on the right path. And I hope that the Dark Queen, if I may call her that, will she'll if we get into a jam, I'm sure she'll come to help us.
That's good. What do you think solidified it for you? It seems like you're all in now. It's not even a question anymore. You're for her.
Well, she came to me in multiple visions. I've spoken with her, and it seems like she has a plan.
Cool. And the plan is to get this diamond, right? Like you told us? Is that the plan?
I guess so, but who knows what'll happen along the way. But yeah, I feel like it will be a major accomplishment if we can get that
Can't
diamond.
see that?
If it exists in this plane.
Configure.
Right, or if it's a metaphor like smokes.
It could be. Yes. I'll have to ponder that.
Good
Oh.
talk, good talk.
Okay.
By the way, wait, what happened to Rain? Did he got another margarita, didn't he? We have to watch that one. He has an addictive personality, I think.
Okay.
That's
I
one
could
way of
see this, but I guess
describing
they
it.
can't pop.
I'm sure he'll be
How would-
back around at some point. I mean, the Fey folk they're quite capricious, aren't they? Except
Ooh, that's a
for
word I don't know. Capricious.
except for the lady.
Fickle.
Oh, I know that once.
Pickle?
I don't like pickles.
you
All
know,
right.
capricious. It's like impulsive. Like you do whatever the hell you want.
Mm.
They're
So
quite good on a sandwich.
to make sure I have my lighting.
True. Fickle and capricious sandwich. Pretty good.
All right.
Crunchy.
On rye.
So Marge leads you through the elaborate cave system, as if knowing exactly where to go. And those of you who don't have the sort of a mental map of the area can definitely understand why and how somebody could get easily lost in here. The branch you take, the tunnel you take, then branches into a fork in the road, and then you continue forward, and it branches into like 4 different directions, and then a T intersection, and like it would be very easy to get lost in this because it twists, it turns. There's some up, it kind of ascends, and there's some descending. It is everything you would expect a labyrinthian tunnel system to be. However, you know where you need to go, you know how to get there, and as such, it only takes you about 15 minutes of walking until you come out on the other side of this cave system. And once again, you are greeted with the bounty of the Feywilds. However, this time, you are above everything else. Like before, you kind of you made your way up to Zareth, and you didn't really look back. And at this point, you get the full scenery. You can see like distant land masses, mountains, hills, trees. You can see large flying creatures. Off in the distance, you observe, probably off in the distance as well. Let's see, you're on this side of the mountain. You'd even see like a giant turtle traversing through the forests way off in the distance. Like it's super tiny from, your perspective. But it's like, oh, there's toys. Just doing his thing. And probably even a mischievous air elemental cackling. The cackles haunt some of your dreams, probably. However, regardless, you have come to sort of an impasse. You're on the other side of the mountain. There's mountain passes that continue to your left and right, and a little bit forward you can see where there's a slope that starts from your distance you wouldn't actually know, but it kind of looks like maybe there's a way down further ahead. Marge knows though.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I would know. Of course.
Did you grow up around here, Marge?
No mountains for me, soys.
Ah. Wow. Glorious.
Nice to be up in the mountains again. Feel good.
I've
All
never
right.
really seen mountains. I mean, I have, but not with such beauty and majesty.
And also, Marge, just so I don't have to DM it to you, I'll just say it. You definitely know that this is an important place to flash your badge.
Oh, I need to do one of these. And little flashy of my badgie.
You do so, and nothing happens. Which is, in this particular situation, that's a good thing.
All right, we're in the clear. Let's keep going.
Are people watching?
Yes, ma'am.
Are people watching us, Marge?
Well, we're out in the open, so We'll just keep going.
Sure, sure. I know I ask a lot of silly questions. Sorry.
I mean, it's not a silly question. It's
Wait, why is it not
Live one.
showing you guys?
yeah. I mean, it makes sense for you to ask that, but
Make sure they
know,
see what they're
we're
supposed
trying
to
to keep
see.
it on the relatively down low. I know we
Oh my
looking
God, this
like
window.
something out of a hodgepodge, fanciful book of some kind that might have to do something with a mountain and some rings. But you know, it is what it is.
That's a good idea. We should write a book.
My walls got fucked
yes.
up. Hold on.
There and back again. It's a great title.
Ooh, that's a
Wait,
good
why is-
one.
What? I need to reset
We
Fog
do
of War.
have
Hold on.
magic rings.
Actually, here, let me
Yeah,
go.
maybe start your
to this
book.
scene.
I don't know, several
me
months after
lock
we're done with what we're
that.
doing here.
Then I go
Yes,
here.
I think we need to prioritize the here and now, boys.
Right. We still got a long way to go.
Fog of War got fucked up. So you lead them to where it seems like there's either a cliffside or a way down.
Oh, it looks like I've led you to this cliffside and or way down.
And /or, which is both.
Very helpful.
It could be both of those things.
Can't disagree with that.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to set my Fog of War.
It gives us time to have
Expiration.
memorable banter.
Is it not resetting?
Hey Zed, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, how them
Okay.
soft hands doing back there?
'Cause they shouldn't see any of
Cha
that.
Catching up.
kind of Cha takes Zed's hand
The f-
and just sort of looks at it very closely.
Hold on.
And he just looks confused. He looks at his own hands.
Cloud icon.
Alabaster white with these long black nails.
Lighting.
Hey Marge, you want to try my hands?
Reset. Yes.
So
Tell
I
me
wanna
how
what
smooth
now?
they feel. Tell me how smooth
Mm.
my hands are.
Well, next time we get to a trap door, remind me.
Sure. They're pretty calloused,
That's
actually.
weird.
I punch things with them a lot.
That is one
Where's-
use for hands, yes. Can you list some other things that might you can do with your hands?
Well, I can catch arrows that are being shot at me. Got a
That's
lot of
pretty
practice with
impressive.
that.
Gotta fix a wall.
A lot of practice. Can you list a
And that-
couple of
it's got
instances in which
quite
you've
a few
caught
scars
arrows
from
out of
that.
the sky?
Well, and Chop puts his hands behind his head while he's walking, very anime style. He's like, my team leader of the Shadow Reapers, Morgorod, he used to just sneak up on me and shoot crossbow bolts at me out of nowhere for practice. I almost died a few times, but most of the time I would catch them. So, like, one of the coolest was it was coming from behind and I caught it without even looking, right behind the back of my head.
I feel very much like your reaction is inappropriate to the situation that you was in.
Yeah.
Really?
Wait, where's my
Yeah, I would
door?
say
Because like he was trying to kill you.
your
Oh my God, I
feelings
fucked
that
up.
you just told me directly opposite of how most folks would feel if they were in that situation that you said to me a moment ago.
No, I was training.
Oh,
He was my teacher.
training with
Morgorod.
surprise arrows that you could have died from. Fantastic.
Oh, he probably would have brought me back to life. Yeah, no problem.
Go kill you and resurrect your body. I heard that's painful. Like twice.
Yeah, it is. Pretty discombobulating.
Yeah, no wonder you guys talking doom and gloom all the time. You all dying and resurrecting each other.
You know, we've all had some interesting
fix that.
backgrounds. It's true.
It definitely sounds like that.
I have to make sure my doors
How
aren't.
about you? What's an
God,
old
my doors
adventure
got
you
deleted.
remember that really stands
How?
out in your journeys?
Well, my favorite was the one I told you all before. Is when I might have get kicked out of the summer court for running naked through the wheat fields. That was a good time.
Now we're hearing a lot about the Seelie and the Unseelie court. Like, what's your opinion on them?
I don't know if I can get too much, out in the open on the mountain
Gotta make sure
pass and
my doors
whatnot.
aren't fucked up.
You
Oh
don't
my god,
wanna
my
talk
doors
about
all
them
got deleted.
too much out here. You never know
What?
who, what giant turtle might be listening in.
Wow.
Does
Sound
Giant Turtle
kind of-
have an opinion?
I don't know. Why don't you ask him?
Asking you about what you think of him.
Of giant turtles?
What he might think of you.
What giant turtles might think of me, Marge? Charging Marge?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the turtle.
Are there more than one around here?
Around here?
had
Oh yeah.
You've had run-ins.
Yeah,
You
we
had
just
run-ins
walk
with
we
some
just
turtles.
yeah, we just walk past one.
So creatures can be listening and like report back to the Seelie court.
I mean, creatures have ears.
Sounds kind of Gestapo, doesn't it?
What? Bless you.
Oh, sorry. That was the name of the noble hellish secret police where I come from.
That sounds awful.
Oh, they were bad. I mean, it was bad. It's bad. Direct with orders from Asmodeus.
That does sound bad. Hence why you said it 3 times.
It's bad. It's
Or
pretty
4
bad.
time. 5th time. All right.
Yeah.
It's real bad.
Is that what it's like here?
What's that?
Like
Sure.
the creatures are just listening?
I mean, it can be. I'm listening.
I mean, like,
I guess someone
you
has-
can't say what you want and you can get reported back somewhere.
Well, I mean, when you do what I do,
Sure.
you just try to be careful. You
That
know
door
what I mean?
got broken.
Sure.
I have no idea why all my doors are busted. I gotta fix them now.
When you're out here getting smokes, try to be a little vague
Yeah, right.
about the comings and goings.
It's on
The
the
hither
down
and the
low.
thither. You know what I'm saying?
Here and back again.
Yeah, that.
I like that, Kozik. That's a pretty catchy title.
Yes, I heard it somewhere a long time ago. I thought, wow, that would be a good title for something.
Door
Huh.
Maybe in one of the
here.
opulent libraries of the dwarven halls, but
Gotta connect my balls.
A famous novel where I come from is called The Satanic Verses.
That door
Whoa.
got fucked up.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy.
have you met
The
the that one?
author?
Satan? The author, Satan?
Oh, the author wasn't Satan. That was what got him into trouble.
Oh.
But, whew. Yes, he has a bounty on his head, that author.
Door check. Door check.
So you mentioned
Shouldn't be here.
Asmodeus, the Lord of the Bottomless Pit.
Shouldn't be here.
Right.
Do
You know
do
him?
you know of the other have you met any of these other demon lords?
Cha kind of
There. My map got all sorts of fucked up.
like
I don't even know
Yeah,
how this happened.
family used to have dinners, and I had to go, dress in my finest and go and sit with the lords of the various hell realms. It was, I thought this was really boring when I was a little kid, but as I started getting older, oh my goodness, the things they would talk about, Kozik.
Yes, you hear the adult conversations.
Are y'all
Start-
doing dooming and glooming again? Let's take a look at this clip.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. We'll talk about it some other time, Kozik.
All
About
right.
this cliff here. Is it we going up, down? What are we doing here? Let me read my mind for a second.
So it is a pretty steep drop. Nothing that you can't traverse, but it's just, it's at an angle that if you're not careful, you could fall and start a tumbling.
All right,
But
we need to
totally
get down
manageable.
this cliff. Anybody
How
got
far is it approximately?
got a grappling hook and a rope or something?
Oh, we got
Oh.
lots of rope.
It's at the slope. It's at least like a 60-foot, like downward slope. It's a bit of a long and
If we tie the ropes together, maybe it'll be long enough.
I see what happened. My doors got converted to walls
Yeah.
for some reason.
Wait, do we
Well,
need a
I'll
rope?
donate my hempen rope, 50 feet long.
Which shouldn't happen, but it did.
Is this a drop or a slope? Can we walk it? Or
Yeah, it's a slope. It's just at a very steep angle.
okay, so we can walk it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you take a grappling hook, attach it to the rope, you put the grappling hook in the cliff rock over here, and then we slowly mosey on down the steep hill. It might be, more advantageous than just giving her the old rough and tumble. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So who's climbing down with the grappling hook?
So I guess we'll all do it. I'll also donate rope to make it longer.
Well, it seems in this particular situation, I was given some kind of tool here. Hold on, let me ruffle in my bag real quick. We got here. Can I? Is there a way to post an item to chat? Is that a thing I can do?
So, if you want to do that,
Yeah, I
you
did.
can click it. You can click the item, and it should
Yeah.
post it in the chat. Not clicking the dice, but the item itself, I think.
Yeah, I
see.
clicked it, and all it does is expand. Drag it to the chat. Oh, that seems sus. I don't want to do. I don't know.
I
does this
should
do
be able
anything?
to.
Let's do it. Does that work? Hey, that works. You can
Yeah,
click
there
the
we
thing
go.
in the chat. Yeah, I got this rope here.
And when you click it, it gives you a little pop-up and says what it does.
Yeah, we're gonna use this rope here. Is I got Tamara gave it. It was a gift. It was a wedding gift, actually.
You married?
Well, I was married.
Yeah. What happened?
I don't really want to talk about it right now. Probably even shouldn't have mentioned that.
Oh,
I
that's
don't like
okay.
dooming and glooming, as I said a couple times before.
If you want to doom and gloom, we are all in all the time here.
Yeah,
let
I'm
me
not
tell you.
exactly a fan of all that, the dooming and glooming. So let's just attach a grappling hook here. We'll use this rope here, rope climbings, and we'll scurry on downs. Let's see here. I try to remember the word for this rope here. Let me see. Let me think. Oh yeah. Are we ready? Ready? You ready? Anyone want to tie off? You guys want to tie off with me on this rope here?
Let's do it.
Yes, show us the way.
All right, I'll show you the way. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Hold on one sec. Skippity bop, doobie dop, and the rope climber does its stuff.
Skibbity bop, skibbity bop, bop.
Well,
Yeah.
it's just skibbity bop, the first part, and the rest is just me adding on it because I feel like it needed something.
I like it. It's very bebop.
And upon those magical words, the rope unfurls itself. It animates, it dances, it extends like a serpent sliding down a hill. until you're doing the full 60.
Yeah, let's do the whole 60 there, Mr. Skibbity Bop Rope, and we'll slowly climbs down to the 60 of the ropes, and then we'll skibbity bop again, and then we'll retrieve some of it and then bring it some more downs for 40, however long I need more.
Well, funny enough, it's about a 60-foot.
Oh, well, then we don't need no more.
So
Great.
normally, I would have said, give me some athletics, but using the rope, I will say you don't have to. Upon the clever use of a rope of climbing.
That's right.
Ow. I scratched myself. So I guess the question is, does everybody take it?
Ah.
Yeah, I hesitate a little bit because it seems like such a fine thing. As I reach my hand to it, maybe I feel a little magic static electricity, and I grab that sucker.
All right. So unless there's any objections, you all manage to climb down this cliffside. As steep as it is, you can definitely foresee it being very easy to lose your footing or slip a little bit or trip on a rock. And once that happens, it's literally all downhill from there.
Ooh.
Whoa. Whoa.
Somewhere across the universe. I heard a bad joke.
Ooh. Boo voice in my head. Boo.
But you managed to get down. Obstacle solved. And let's see. So at this point, you have traversed downwards into some squamps. Well, not necessarily in it just yet, but so as you make your way down this mountainside, there is the soil starts to change a little bit. It becomes a lot more, there's a lot more moisture. You can see the trees sort of twist a little bit. There's like some curvature to them. And I already said the soil, yeah. And it's still midday. But yeah, you definitely get a feeling there's a little bit of a significant biome difference from, being surrounded by boulders and stone and those interesting colored rocks to not just soil and trees and conifers, but, also amidst what is starting to form into what you can gather as swampland. And Marge, you definitely know this aroma probably pretty well. It's that's the hint of some squamps coming up.
I sniffed the air.
Oh.
It smells
Yeah,
like
what's that
home.
smell?
Smells good, don't it?
Oh, brings back memories. All right.
Swamp gas.
My favorite part is the fishy smell.
Are there good fish in there?
Good fish as in they're nice.
Tasty.
Yes.
Nice? No.
They're not nice. They're mean.
Yeah, most of them, yeah.
Yeah.
They got teeth.
Gotcha. Do you like to eat them, or do they like to eat you?
Both.
Oh, okay. Hey, everybody! I got some corn cakes back in town. You want to share? Chop breaks up some of his corn cakes and spreads them around everybody.
Corn
They're pretty
cake.
good.
Gladly.
It's got little bits of onion and like scallion and leeks, I think, inside. Kind of nice.
It is hearty.
Okay, I think my walls
There
are
you go,
fixed now.
Marge. Traveling food.
Ooh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, thank you very much. I'll put that in my pocket for later.
It'd be good with some
What would
swamp fish.
Maybe.
are you carrying this in, Shaw?
In my bag. See, it's wrapped up in this piece of paper. Got it at the fair.
Okay,
I
I
hope
fixed
this
all my
doesn't have
windows.
any, magical effects. Chomp,
Oh
chomp, chomp.
gosh,
Rom,
I
rom.
didn't think about that. But you know what? Just like Nevada, I'm just gonna jump on in.
Trying to make sure
Yeah,
my
it's too
walls are
late
not
now. Rom, rom,
fucked.
rom.
Okay.
Don't you worry, I did not put any insects on these ones.
Door.
I know you're not into that, you
There
guys.
should be a door
In
here.
rain.
That's not a door here. Can I convert that to a door?
All right. Well, if y'all finished with your what you call it, corn cakes, we can on head on right on through this swamp here, if I remember right.
Let's do it.
Yep. So at this point, so you got the instructions on, how to get through the labyrinth. And you got rough instructions on last known whereabouts, to which definitely leads you a little bit deeper into the swamp. But, like I said, you're very familiar with this.
All right. So if I remember right, we need to find some ruins of some kinds.
She is a ranger, right?
Any of you a fan of rocks? You guys like rocks? Stone carvings of any kind?
I was like
I do
pointing
have-
a thumb at Kozik exaggeratedly.
I do have some experience.
Great. You think you can locate some pillars or somethings?
I locate them.
Yeah, we're looking for some ruins in here.
Well, I guess I don't
Type of
see anything right around here. I guess we have to go deeper in.
But twice.
Keep an eye out if you do, Kozik. How will help assist Kozik in finding ruins?
Since it's not saying on your sheet, Marge, what was your natural explorer's terrain? Your favorite terrain?
It depends on because it's the ranger and because there's two different rangers. It did not really give me a choice in picking which one.
Okay. Because it says you can pick Arctic, coast, desert, forest, grassland, mountain, swamp, or the Underdark.
Yeah, there's that, and then there's you can pick that, or you can pick Deft Explorer,
Deft.
which gives you an extra proficiency. So, we can go with Natural Explorer and Swamp. That's fine.
Kozik, who's Marge talking to, and why did their voice change?
Gosh, Marge. She is a curious one, isn't she?
Squamp.
Asking all these questions. I don't.
Squamp spirits.
Can't just enjoy your corn cake, all right?
This is no different than the rest of us.
Yeah,
We've all got one or two personalities rolling around in our heads.
just stuff your face with the corn cakes, and I'm a squamp spirit. So what's of it?
Oh,
It's that corn cake. It's going
is
to
this
your
a
head.
denizen of the Feywild?
We need to keep
You want
moving
some corn
before,
cake?
but things do get out of hand.
I was waiting.
Swamp
to meet
gas is getting to you. You're hearing things.
a bogey or a spriggan or some such creature.
Yeah, I read about those. Are they here?
No, you ain't gonna see no boggles here. You don't find boggles in the swamps. Spriggan,
Oh.
maybe. More likely in the forest, but not necessarily
I'm a
in the
little
swamps.
disappointed.
Speaking of disappointment, for those of you who aren't familiar with swamps or, familiar with traversing it, yeah, it stank so bad. And, as you traverse deeper into these swamps, they are, you definitely start to see the moisture in the soil sort of take effect as your feet start to sink into the ground a little bit each step you take. And the further and further in you get, the higher and higher the water level rises. And essentially up to, I guess for people who aren't short or stout, knee level.
It's getting in my boots.
Let's see
It's
here. We need to
almost
find.
up to my dwarven belt buckle.
We need to find these
It-
ruins here. Let me see if I can locate any indication of these ruins around here.
Here, give me a survival.
That's what I was hoping for. Why
Let's see, do you have tactics?
here now? My feature for Natural Explorer,
Oh, it replaces. Okay, I see.
main alert to danger. Okay, I was trying to see if I got like a. See here. Ooh, there we go. Hell yeah, brother.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Right.
interesting. So a 22. Oh yeah, the swamps doesn't even affect you. It's home to you. You step over like tree roots that crop up and could easily trip people. You step over like slippery, like moss-covered logs with relative ease. I mean, your clawed feet probably help a good bit with that. You know this place inside and out. Not necessarily knowing having been here before, but you know the ins and outs of the flora of the swamp, so you know how to get around it with relative ease. To which you definitely locate the outcropping of what looks like an old, dilapidated building. The stone is covered in moss. Trees look like they've overtaken and overgrown. The roots started to climb up and over into the stonework of the entryway of some kind of building. And you can hear, and all you can hear right now is just the croaking of frogs and the sloshing of water as you're traversing through this relatively, well, for you, comfortable terrain. You get the feeling this is probably where you need to be.
I get the weird feeling that we're right where we need to be.
It's definitely good to see some stone here amongst all this decay and mud.
What's in the swamp? Is it
Let me take
silt?
a look at it here.
That's
I
mud.
kind of approach whatever, like this gateway or whatever it is, and kind of look at it and purse my lips. Interesting. And I guess I'll roll a history check and then apply the, let's see. So then that should be another +3 for my proficiency of stone cunning. So 19.
19. So this stone, definitely not dwarven made. Dwarven made stone wouldn't fall apart like this. No way.
I kind of I chuckle wryly.
Like a super villain. But you do know this is, at least from what you can tell, this was some sturdy stuff in its heyday. You definitely get the feeling that whatever was built here, this swamp probably wasn't here when this was built.
It's old. The bones of this are quite old, but we've seen such a varying degree of masonry here in the Feywild. So far, all I can tell is that it's quite old, and maybe even predates the swamp here.
That's pretty old. That's probably old as Tamara.
Oh, was that a joke?
Well, you're not so young yourself, are you, Marge?
I'm younger than Tamara.
I see.
So, you're right now you just see one facing of a wall. You're pretty sure there's a rest of a building, but this is just the initial approach and observation.
I'm pretty
free to
sure
walk
we're
around.
on our initial approach, and we need to make our way around the building here.
We might need to observe a few more things. I see.
Yeah, that's what I said with different words.
Indeed.
Oh, got it.
I don't know why that never gets old.
Scratch my
Just
ear.
repeating what the DM says never gets old.
I love it.
Oh, Kozik, by the way, if you want to add your proficiency, you can do it right from your sheet. So if you open up your sheet, go to
Wait, who's saying that? Voices in somebody's heads tell them how to open a sheet. That makes no sense.
My head is buzzing.
That's right. I can do that too, you bastard.
It's the swamp gas.
Kozik, this is your lady, and I
Oh.
want to make it more obvious to you how to use your pathetic abilities.
She would never say that.
I'm so disappointed.
But where to conclude, where is this thing on the sheet?
Okay, so which one was it? You went to...
It's just a double proficiency to my history if it's stonework.
Oh, double. Oh, I see. Gotcha. You might be able to plug it in. So if you go, put your mouse over the history, and then go to the right, there's a little settings button that appears.
Oh, okay.
You can click on that, and then it said, then I think you can add bonuses
Okay,
right on there.
I'll check that out. I see what you're talking about.
Bing, bang, boom.
Bing.
Now go and make me proud. Do my bidding. Have you found the diamond yet?
It's not her.
Hurry up. I'm bored.
Man, Chaw, you've really managed to manifest what a fae sounds like.
Oh, that haughty laugh. Oh, it is my lady. No, it's not. Okay. Focus, Kozik, focus. Okay.
I'll use it to disguise himself to look just like her.
Dude,
Since he did see her in
I
person.
love just picturing now the Kozik getting constantly pestered in his head. Have you found the diamond yet? Hmm?
Shut up. I'll find it.
What the hell is taking you so long? Anyway, yes.
So, what are you guys doing?
Well, I guess we. Oh, hey guys, through here. I guess. Is this a doorway?
There's several doorways, many holes.
Marge, what do we do?
Looking for any sign of that people have been around here recently, because our information is that this was like last known information, and so more or less she's just sort of glancing around the place, see if there are any obvious signs of movement coming through.
So with the perception, there's obvious signs of movement, but not necessarily human. You'd probably ascertain there's probably a lot of swamp creatures through here. It is still, a swamp biome, and there are living things amongst these ruins that, doesn't necessarily exclude this from any natural occurrence or circumstance. But yeah, what that may be, you don't know. But there's stones that have been knocked over that look like they've maybe been dragged a little bit away, or like some branches and twigs that may have been snapped and are just sort of floating away. or just kind of floating, stuff like that.
I was going to look around
Any
for
of
any
our
kind of clothing, any scraps of clothing or footprints of people.
Sure, give me perception. What was Nevar doing?
was going to voice her thought process and say, well, this is only the last known location, so I think we need to start looking for signs of where they may be hiding. The smoke's got to be a little bit crafty, I imagine. I'm sure lots of people want to find them. Might not be out in the open.
Oh, let me check something here. Let me pull out my medallion, give it a little flashy flash. Let's see what we got going on here.
Nothing really seems to happen when you do so.
All right, we good.
You think the Sealy Court is coming after them, or Unsealy Court?
Well,
I have
I
no
mean,
idea.
we hope not.
Yeah, they must not like your operation.
Assuming that he's even as aware of our operations.
Sure. Their people are disappearing. They must be wondering or investigating. Or do you think something in the swamps here could have gotten them?
I mean, that's a possibility.
So what was the investigation?
Following up her perceived, like the things that she saw moved around specifically, like if there's been bricks that have been moved out of place, for example. That's where she's gonna start.
On a 15, yes. There have been bricks that have been moved and particularly piled. You'd expect a roof collapse would have a certain, spread pattern, as it were. But these look like they've been, kicked to a corner and piled. Well, maybe not kicked, but,
Jose,
placed.
you're the one
Yeah.
good with rocks. Can you come take a look at this?
Let's see. What's this over here? Is there some sort of cairn or something? What is this? Can I can I examine it?
Sure. It's a pile of
Alright, let's
rocks.
see.
Glasses.
Is that all I'm gonna get from it, or do I need to make a roll?
Well, upon initial investigation, that's all you get. The roll, I don't know. I'll see. What's the roll saying?
Okay, well, I guess. I don't know if it'll tell me anything, but I'll do another stone cunning roll here, and maybe that'll help.
They're
23.
they're most definitely rocks from the surrounding area, not from the building.
Oh, they're not? Okay, I say, huh. Oh. It looks like these rocks have come from somewhere else. They're not just some detritus from this old structure. That's strange.
Oh, what else could I give him with the
I
history?
don't know
of
what that
20?
means.
Think they made a
Not do
hiding
I.
spot? Maybe they're buried underneath
And-
it.
And you know what? Well, I'm gonna play into the history a little bit. So you think back to the times you've been in the caves and in your homeland in the mountains, and you'd think, well, historically, if I were to get lost or there was something that went awry or something that was dangerous, I would try and leave some kind of a subtle warning marker. Well, if you didn't, if it was in the right circumstance, but you'd want to leave some kind of an indicator that maybe it's not necessarily safe.
Is there like a direction something may be indicating, or it's just a pile?
It's just a pile. Maybe some kind of a code or a warning, or
Urgh. I sit down on the pile of rocks if I can and say, I just don't know what this means, but it must be a signal from somebody.
Arch, do you have any idea? Is this normal part of your operation?
Let me think for a second. Let me dabble in my brain here and let me take a look at these rocks.
You look at the rocks, and just from your experience, no, you don't even have to roll because this is part of your work. You would recognize these as the plan went wrong. Something went wrong. And it's the hint that people of your organization leave behind when either they need to escape or maybe they don't really have enough time to escape, but just a general warning, like something bad, real bad.
This ain't good. Real not good. Something didn't go down as planned. Obviously, I can tell by looking at these rocks. All of those things.
Of course, of course.
Do the rocks tell you where they would have gone to?
Sure doesn't. Usually at this point in our line of work, if you see something like this happen, that means you start improvising.
Oh.
Maybe we have to go deeper into the swamp here, deeper into this, or I guess this is like a kind of a complex or something.
Yeah, it looks like it was
Or what?
probably the size of like a small house, but at least half of it has long since collapsed and fallen in on itself. Walls have huge holes in them. Vines have filled in a lot of that space. Nature's
Yeah.
just kind of reclaiming.
There are caves underneath these ruins, Marge?
And these squamps right here, let me think for a second. Well, these ruins, as you said, was his before the swamps was his. So I know of the swamps, but I don't know much of the ruins.
Can we go inside? Does it look like there's a way to get inside?
Oh yeah, there's lots of holes and plenty of entryways inside.
Maybe something grabbed them from within the ruins.
Or they could have gone and
When would
fleed
they-
into the ruins.
Right?
Shaw, if they had been running, why would they have taken the time to make a pile like that? And Niavar is already trying to finagle her way into the cave, like into the ruins.
That's a
She
good
might have
question.
something there. Yeah.
All
You
right.
think it's a trap?
I just need to know who's the first one to go inside.
Niavara,
That's her.
let's go.
Shaw's going
trying
right in
to
behind her, trying to be impulsive.
Wrangle.
All right. With the acrobatics of 9, you step inside, and the floor looks like it's made of stone. But as you take a step, it's not actually stone. It's an illusion. And you go
Ooh.
for a little tumble.
Can Cha try to grab her as she starts slipping into that, since he's right behind her?
Sure, why not? But it'll be pretty hard.
Okay.
What is it made out of? Is it water?
There's nothing there.
It is illusion.
Oh, she just falls.
Yep.
Okay. What skill should I use?
It would be,
Acrobatics,
I'd say a
athletics?
dex save.
A dex save. Okay. We go. Come on, Cha. 26.
All right. She falls. No, just kidding.
Damn it.
So you managed to catch her. How much? Hold on. How much does she weigh? How much crap are you carrying?
Niavar carrying. I'm going to my inventory. Yeah, probably a little bit more than her carrying capacity. She's a slight figure, but she's got a lot on her back. Can Niavara see the bottom now that she's fallen through the false floor?
First, I'm needing to see if Shaw can effectively pull you.
Close it. Then Marge.
I like how you're carrying around a chest, which is like damn near a fifth of your carry capacity. 25 pounds. Yeah, it's
I
heavy.
actually didn't realize that I had gotten that big, to be honest.
All right, so Jaw strength.
Strength is pretty crappy.
3 crowbars. I think that actually would actually fix some of my problem.
You have 3 crowbars? Where did you get 3
I don't know.
crowbars?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Okay.
And I can't just delete one of them. I would have to delete all 3. I'll just add it back.
All right, so Cha, give me an athletics as you realize Niavara is, because that's, so she's
Come on, what are you
135 pounds, but that's not including her own body weight.
Jeez. Okay, athletics. Here we go. 11.
Okay, it's above a 10. It's okay.
Cozy, grab my feet, then, please. I'm flipping.
But Niavara, you see like a 10-foot drop. It's really not that bad.
Oh.
Ivar,
But you can
like
hear Cha
Cha.
struggling.
Cha, it's okay. Let me go.
No, I can't. I'll go with you.
Cha, it's like 10 feet. I'll be fine.
No, don't exaggerate. Here we go. And he's gonna fall in with Niavara.
Mentally, I'm picturing like, oh fuck, you're gonna fall right on top of me.
Luckily, Cha has Featherfall, so he's gonna actually gracefully sort of drift down.
I mean, it's 10 feet, so I wouldn't even say it's really fall damage.
Oh, you weren't kidding. Never mind. Why do you have all that shit in your bag?
You don't know what she
I
has. She's
actually
just heavy.
think that part of the I think part of the problem is that for whatever reason it looks like I have multiples of something for whatever reason.
You've just been taking shit from all the towns we've gone to?
No.
Right.
For whatever reason, adding stuff from the equipment guide, it adds strange intervals of items. So, like, for example, I only want 1 hammer, but I have 2. I only wanted 1 crowbar, but I had 3. I deleted it from my inventory, and I went back to the item shop, like, into the equipment shop, to add a crowbar back, right, after deleting it. And it added to my inventory 5.
You need to get a serious refund for that magic backpack. It is defective.
All right, well, if you're done falling feet for each other, I'm just gonna jump over this hole right here.
Whoa, back it up. Oh, no.
No.
We are like brother and sister, buddy.
Anyway, a leap.
All right. Is everybody hopping down?
Yep.
Map transition time. Yay.
Zed, jump into my arms.
You need me to hold your hand? Smooth hands.
I'm waiting. Jump.
At this point, Zed's just shaking his head.
I'll
Just
catch
at
you.
everything.
All right.
For a second, he turns back, just almost contemplating, like, can I make it back?
Run
To the
away.
No, Zed'll jump down.
Set.
Cha
attempting to
contemplates
avoid missing
dropping
Cha.
Zed. Cha contemplates just pulling back and letting Zed drop, but he's like, no, I don't want to be a dick. So he actually catches him.
All right. So everybody jumps down.
And then he says to Zed, Zed, I contemplated just letting you fall on the ground because I thought it'd be funny, but it's not the kind of humor I really want to advocate for. You know what I mean?
I understand. I probably could have just landed.
So
Yeah.
you guys land in a. See, make sure everybody has the right vision. Okay, you see lights, dark vision. You have dark vision as folk?
No, we sure don't.
Oh.
Technically speaking, Niavara has shit dark vision, but she also has a lantern that she can grab out if needed.
Could have swore they had dark vision.
And apparently 5 torches.
I'll reference this.
I got rid of
And 3
several of them.
crowbars. And 3 hammers.
She's just collecting stuff for the group. She's like,
I don't
Hey,
know
that
what
means that
happened
all
there.
of
I
your
don't.
buttons have been
maybe
replicated
Kozik will need
too.
a crowbar soon.
Maybe all your buttons have replicated as well.
Right? Hold breath, 100. Natural arm.
Realistic, Chaw.
Huh. I thought they had that. Okay, never mind. All right.
Realism is not my strong suit. I'll be honest.
Could have swore they had dark vision. Weird. Anyway. All right, so you guys all jump down the 10-foot hole. And interestingly enough, it is very dry in here. There's there's some indication of moisture, but that's just from the ambient environment around you. This room has cobbled stone. No, not cobbled. That's not the word. Worked stone. I lost the word in my head. I lost it. Basically cut stone. Cut stone floors. These walls seem like they're like marbled walls with maybe what looks like at one point would have been tapestries dangled about them. But you know, nature seems to have taken its toll. The water doesn't do well with the cloth. There are lights on basically illuminating the 4 corners of the room. There and in the middle of the room there are 6 pillars, all of which have very interesting and intricate carvings that span from the base all the way to the ceiling, which at this point is 10 feet above you. If you take a look at any of the pillars, you would notice that there are carvings of what seem like, as best you can tell, because like I said, nature has sort of taken its toll in this room, what seem like hieroglyphs or something that look like small people with wings, and some kind of stories of like battles, and another pillar has a story of like a entity with like these wings, and there's like a big sunlight, a big like ray of sun beaming down on them, and their arms outstretched upwards to the sky. There's another one with what looks like an eternal night time, and the same entities sort of downtrodden, like heads down and marching in rows. But it's all very elegant, despite some of its more morbid themes. And there are also 2 completely destroyed statues basically right behind you, for whatever reason. But you can see the stone that once composed these statues are just crumbled to the ground.
It seems to be
Marge,
old. See,
Marge,
like very old.
you ever
These
been here
bas-reliefs.
before?
Let me rack my brain for a second.
Nope.
I wish Rain were here. Maybe Rain would know something about the stories told on this pillar. But the work is exquisite.
To answer your question,
Yes.
Smooth Hands, no. I've not been here.
All right.
Is this a throne?
It's a pile of nothing. Maybe the bones of a throne.
I will
Or a
also say,
chair.
just kind of
Statues.
for a little bit of flair and like rule of cool. Zed's gonna cast his mage hand, and he's gonna have his mage hand carry around the moonlit short sword
Cool.
instead of him having to hold it for no reason.
Well, you need light, right? Oh no, there is light here. Where are these
Well,
lights
yeah,
come from?
I needed
but why
it
are there
Cube was
lights?
saying that it was only the corners were lit, so
Little flashlight. Why are there lights on in an ancient underground ruin in a swamp? This is
Well,
fishy.
Do you go to look at them?
I would say possibly because someone's either here or has been here recently.
Do
Maybe
any
the
of these ruins imagery, do we know any of it? Is it familiar at all? Would it be something we would have studied even across the realms?
Is it?
Okay, Child's going to do a history check to see if he recognizes any of this symbolism. Let's see here.
Nope.
11. Don't
Definitely no
recognize
idea.
any of this.
Niavara will do a religious, like take it from a religious angle. What's the religious symbolism of it? Because obviously she doesn't read hieroglyphics.
Religion. All right, 21. Through your knowledge and more recent research, or, montage in thereof, you were able to ascertain religion in the sense of the Feywild. These are different depictions of different archfey and the worshippers and their sort of their daily lives, as it were. Like some gain the blessings of their archfey, and some are prisoners of war because despite being in a completely different realm, despite being in the Feywild, not even the Fey are immune to the call of war, the call of battle, the call of people disagreeing. And these are various different leadership styles, depictions, lifestyles, and the overall story being told of a time long before.
Niavar, this will share this with the class, obviously. Before she's like, all right, so we have the issues of them dealing with the various archfey. But more importantly, I suppose, like, we have a pretty big deal, a pretty big place to try and search through. Nivar is going to start looking for traps, like trapdoors. Because I'm not seeing any visible exits.
Let's see from what
Considering that this place is concerned with the faces of war and the way that all Fae are still vulnerable to the trappings of it, I think
sure he
that
has
it
light.
might make sense that there might be a way through here.
Gotta make sure if his token a light
You want to
source.
check out those piles of stone right there that look like old statues and see if you can figure out what they were?
I guess it's worth a shot. Let me see here.
Might give us some info.
Kind of
Have
examine
10
that.
feet.
Let's see.
Right.
A 7.
Yeah, no.
I guess we just have to go by what Niavara said. Not sure, but I do want to cast detect magic, which I can do as an at-will ability.
Ooh.
Based
All right.
on
This may not go well for you. Give me a wisdom save. You cast it, but
okay,
yeah. Sorry.
well,
Continue.
No, well, yeah. I mean, this is an ability that was granted to me by a certain dark lady,
Oh, I know.
and
I see no issues with this plan.
Right? No
well, the
problem.
measured template is on me, so whatever. I'll just place that there. I don't know.
Yeah, I can gather as much.
Okay, now let me go here and do a wisdom save. You say?
Yep. So
Okay.
while you're doing that, I'll explain. So you go to cast Detect Magic, and as it says for the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. You sense magic in this way. You can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. The spell penetrates most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So essentially what happens when you cast this, your senses are just completely overwhelmed. There is magic everywhere. It is very potent. It is very chaotic. It's, imagine you walk into a room and you, as soon as you open the door, you're just hit in the face with like just a sudden just stagnant aroma, like you walked into a room of death. Not to say that is what you sense, but it's like a very noticeable juxtapose from before you cast that spell, and it's very overwhelming. And the wisdom save is to see if you can maintain your composure, and essentially, yeah, because it could break your concentration. 21.
All right, go ahead.
No, I was saying 21. Okay.
Oh, I feel as if I kind of like I take a step back, like I've just been palmed in the face, and I kind of put my hand over my eyes, and I feel funny, guys. There's definitely some sort of magic here. There's so much that I feel like I'm being assaulted a little bit here.
And I'd like to point out, in the 30 feet around you, it's the entirety of that 30 feet.
There's not, not even discrete objects, but like the zone. I think we're gonna have to be careful in here, you guys.
Magic. Old Fey magic.
I guess it's to be expected, but the to experience this is a little unpleasant. Can I just cancel it?
Yeah, you can end the effect.
Okay, I just didn't know if it was the appropriate time, so.
Here, have some corn cake, Kozik. It'll make you feel better.
How do I cancel it?
So on the left side, there's a little ruler, the measurement controls.
Uh-huh.
If you click on that, it should have like a little icon that you can click on and delete.
Oh, okay. Do that. Anyway, go ahead.
There's little chunks of potato in it also.
So what's Niavara looking for? I see you over there perceiving.
She's like I said, glancing around the place, looking for places that might indicate like an entrance or an exit. Specifically, like, you know how like when stone has been touched a lot, it'll start like wearing away.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
exactly what
definitely.
she's looking for. She's looking for the places where signs of use and footsteps and hands, especially hands are super oily and will leave dents in places.
Varying
Are there
degrees
doors
in here.
Are there doors?
There might be.
Is there something at the top here?
At the top here, where?
Oh, just of the map.
I don't know. Do you want to go up there?
What is this thing right to the left? There's a little protrusion.
Ornamental. It's purely where one of the tapestries would have been.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
gotcha.
See it.
So when you get to that point, Niavara, just kind of using that perception, you do indeed detect a trap. It's right there. There's a pressure plate of some kind.
Big is it, like roughly? And does Niavara see where the trap might be coming from? Or could she guess? Like as she's looking like around her surroundings.
She can guess the pillars. The pillars are whatever seems to be the case, the pillars are involved in some way. You probably have to investigate what that is. But with the perception, I'd just say you notice, just kind of where it's placed and, how some of the, how some of the pillars are just arranged. Some of the imagery on them.
Niavara will carefully step around it and say, all right, there is a pressure point right where I avoided stepping. Keep an eye on the floor, gentlemen.
It's trapped.
Good eyes, good eyes.
In fact, there are in fact booby traps in here.
Something's trying to keep us out or in.
I think might
Probably
happen
out.
is that the pillars seem to be involved, but I can't tell. Someone with better eyes or maybe better masonry work might be able to guess the intention of those pillars.
Maybe I can help.
I know the walls are weird.
Give me a moment. Okay. I kind of again do my bit. I kind of look at it close and from far. 8.
I
Sure.
think maybe investigate it a little bit, maybe rather than just use a history check. Niavara
Okay,
suggests.
I don't know if I can glean as much from that, but I'll have a try.
Well, while that's
see.
happening, Zed,
Make your
Marge,
ancestors proud, Kozik.
Zed, Marge, what are you doing?
Probably doing the same thing as Niavara, looking for signs of folks being hither and thither.
All right, so just perception.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, you can. If you want.
I mean, I can try survival. Trying to track, maybe look for footprints or something.
Sure.
Some intelligence at work here.
So we got a 19 and a 16, and then a 28, but that was for the trap. You know what? I'll say between Zed and Marge, you two do manage to catch a gleam of maybe some mud that was, a little bit dried, maybe some footprints from some shoes. But I'd also say you even notice that these pillars, with survival and perception, the pillars, like there's some images that just line up all too conveniently. Like the little sun symbol lines up with another sun symbol on another one. And like the moon symbol lines up with another moon symbol on another one.
These pillars, they spin or something? Do these move?
Careful, Marge. They're connected to a trap. But they might be a way to open up a door, yeah?
Can you not see the door there? There's a door there.
Oh, there's a door.
Does that not show it for you guys?
Yeah, there's a door. We see it.
Okay.
At the very top of the map, yeah.
So there is indeed a door there. It is also made of stone. It's very simple looking though, just like imagine just somebody's normal house door, but instead of it made out of wood, it's made out of stone, which is probably why it hasn't turned into a pile of, mush. But it has a little keyhole there.
What do you think, Niavara? Is it a trick?
Niavara will try the door handle.
It
Pushing
is
it.
locked. It is definitely locked.
Niavara will then try her thieves' tools. She'll kneel down on the floor. Let's go. Why did the fucking roll wants to pop up? Oh, there we go. Well, I don't
6.
think that worked.
Oh.
And she'll call over Zedrin.
Give me a second. I gotta figure something out. Actually, I'll let you guys figure it out. Somebody roll me a d4. Just 1. 2, 3, 4. That section. Okay. The trap is now officially over here now. I don't want to place anything there to alert them. Alright, continue.
It's locked. I couldn't get it open. Do you mind giving it a shot?
All right.
Get a G on anything. Oh, okay.
Wow.
So you get your tools in there and you try and finagle the lock and it just doesn't budge. Somebody roll me a d4.
I will.
4, 2, 3. Trap it.
Sing.
All right. 5, 2, 3, 4.
Maybe we
5.
should just smash it open.
I don't see another way through. Everyone start looking around for a key.
You said there was some sort of trap, eh?
Yeah, it's like right in the middle of the 2 pillars and the wall that I'm closest to. Basically directly between you and me.
Chalk
It's a
cast minor
plate on
illusion
the
to put
floor.
a little white cross
So-
right on the floor.
Should we maybe try and disarm that? And then we can poke around a bit.
It's moved.
You guys were mentioning something about the pillars lining up.
Yeah,
Right,
maybe
there's-
they unlock the door.
There's
Maybe
a couple
that's the
matching
lock.
symbols on a few of these pillars here. I'm hesitant, knowing that there's at least one trap on the floor. There could be riddled.
And
See,
the
it
place
might
is
be
filled
that.
with magic.
I mean, yeah, it's the Feywild. It could also be that the trap on the floor might move the pillars in such a way that it could unlock the door. But my intelligence isn't high enough to tell that.
Oh, don't sell yourself short, Niavara. You're very intelligent.
Should have done a d6. Damn it.
Plus
Right, you
0
even have a
says
politics page.
otherwise. Just having good eyes.
4.
And
mean-
also being a resident of the Underdark.
If I touch one of these pillars, as I love to do, does it seem like it moves or anything?
Do you touch it?
I
Touch it,
I do.
You
touch
know
it,
the
And
answer
which
to
one are you
that, yeah.
touching?
touch it.
This one that's near
touch it.
me. This I
As
guess
in,
the
Oh, great, the one that's near me too.
second row. What? Second
Whatever you
column,
guys do,
second row.
don't touch the columns, okay?
as in to say the fourth pillar?
I guess that could be number 4 in a certain numbering system. Yes.
Indeed. And you rolled a 4. All right, Kozik. I'm going to need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. As you reach
love
out and you touch this pillar, and you know that there is a lot of
Touch with.
chaotic and ambient magic here.
I did
But let's
say that
see.
we should probably be careful. Huh. All right. Oh, wisdom. Here we go. I love it.
I do too.
Saving throw.
Mm-hmm. 16.
Nice.
Okay. Half damage. So you go to touch it, and as you do so, you are immediately given a little shocky poo. Or 7 points of lightning damage.
Ugh. Kind of
Ooh.
hit
As-
with certain charge here.
And everybody can definitely hear the sound of like a discharge of energy and a little bit of flash of light. And Marge, you heard that too. I don't know if you're going to do anything about it down there.
Do anything about it?
Well, just reaction because, other people have been doing things. You haven't moved.
I think at this
We
point
ju-
maybe
we
she
just
would
wanna
go
hear you
pillar to
talk.
pillar and try to figure out what symbols are on the pillar.
Which one? Can you
All of
click
them.
it?
Just
Okay.
go like go left to right, left, right, up, left, up, right.
All right. So
Select start.
we'll move to whichever one you want to start with, I guess is what I need to know.
This one.
All right. And you are trying to.
I just want to look at the symbols on the pillar.
Gotcha. So pillar number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pillar number 5 seems to be of, rays of sunshine right now. Happy go lucky, jovial, whimsical.
And then what is on this? I guess this is the 6th pillar. Is that correct?
Yep. Same thing. Jovial, whimsy, sunshine, happiness.
And then what was on this lightning pillar here?
Darkness, moon, moonlight, a lightning bolt.
And is that the same thing that's on number 3?
Number 3 is darkness, moonlight, fire, like a little flame.
Are there 3 symbols on each of these things?
Well, just in terms of like the overarching theme,
Okay.
there's people in all of them, but the theme kind of is a little bit different, like darkness, moonlight, and like flame, and then there's darkness, moonlight, and like a thunderbolt.
And what's on number 2?
2 is darkness, moonlight, and what seems to be like little wavy lines like water.
And then what's on number 1?
Are there? Darkness, moonlight, and what looks like a boulder.
Don't touch number 1.
Music, are you all right? What are you doing over here? What did you do?
I touched this pillar and I received quite a shock. Ugh. Phew. Feel like I need to get my breath back here. Ah. Be careful.
And look on there. There's a bolt of lightning on on the pillar.
How could
Maybe
I
they
have
all
missed that? Well, I did get a certain shock of static electricity or something. Gosh, I should be more observant.
And on number 5 and 6, you said sunrays, jovial. Was there additional symbols on 5 and 6?
Nope. They're just
No.
happiness, sunshine, whimsy.
I'm gonna touch number 5.
Number 5. So you reach out and touch faith. So the little ray of sunshine lights up, and it's a little shiny and happy.
At the bottom left there, is that what happened? Or
Yep.
Okay.
And Zed, since you're standing in between these two pillars, you start to see the symbols of the one on your left. If I can ping it. The one on your left. The night sky shifts to a sunny morning.
Neovara, can you touch number 6 for me, please?
Oh,
Excuse me.
this
Neovara
one over here is
will
changing. Just let you know.
gladly do as she's told.
Oh my
Uh,
god, can you please touch that pillow there?
Yeah, sure, no problem, babe.
Right, babe.
Oh, formalities, I see, okay.
You consider babe a formality.
Where I come from, yeah.
Alright.
Oh.
Hand on the pillar. What happens?
The pillar to the right of Zed, the eternal moonlight shifts to a jovial and whimsical day. The downtrodden heads actually lift up as if they're, reaching to the sky, as if accepting an offering or something.
All right, Mr. Zed, if you could touch number 3 for me, I greatly appreciate it. The one to use left there, assuming you facing the traps.
I'm going to be honest. Watching these things change on these pillars, quite possibly one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. You said the one to
freaking out?
my left.
Yes.
The one that just zapped
Nope.
Kozik.
Nope, the opposite. The other ones.
Oh,
All
never
right.
mind.
There we go.
And upon touching that, little flame symbol disappears, and the pillar to the top left, so effectively number 1, that one also shifts to a bright and sunny day.
All right, do we think we got this pattern down? I think somebody knows what to do next.
Here we go. Shaw touches the pillar.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Wait, let's see, he did 1. Oh.
I think you touched the wrong one.
Yeah, you.
I think
Oh,
I think you were supposed to touch the other ones that was next to Zed. The lightning ones.
So, Shaw, you go to touch pillar number 1, and Zed, since you're standing in between these, and basically everybody's standing near lit, sunny pillars, all but the bottom 2 shift back to their night sky. And it's almost like you hear this audible like buzz wrong.
God damn it.
And anybody within adjacent to the initial 4 pillars gets to make me a dexterity save as they all release their respective element in a damaging little
Dex save.
That one had a boulder on
Ouch.
it.
the one did have a boulder.
Oh no, Kozik.
So,
I feel like I'm. Go ahead.
nope, just say it, Sam. Just, I
I
want
feel
to
like
see
I'm
what you
eating
say.
my words over here because I said that one was the smart one, right? Isn't that what I said earlier?
Yeah.
What? Hey, I thought.
All right, so I'm just going to go in order of the pillars here. So, number 1. So, as you touch it and everything reverts to its, the other ones revert back to their gloomy, sad, very unhappy appearance. A giant rock falls
Oh,
above your head, but you jump out of the way because you got an 18 on your deck save, and it smacks into the ground. However, you realize as it hits the ground, it just passes through. There's no impact. There's no like damaging impact, and it's almost like it never happened. But you would never know because you weren't in the way of it. Zed, I actually need Zed to make 2 because you're adjacent to 2 of them. So 1 more deck save, please. But the first one, you jump out of the way as water. It's almost like a whirlpool, just in the blink of an eye, forms around this pillar from the base to the ceiling, and it just swirls so fast and so rapidly that it's almost like being in like a turbine engine feel where the water just feels like it could. You jump out of the way, but it could have like kind of sliced into you, and like getting rug burn, but way worse because this is very fast moving water. But you avoid that. The second one, though, which was a lightning pillar, you get itty bitty tase for 12 damage. Which apparently I rolled max on that. Yep, 2 6s. Yep, that explains it.
Who, Kozik?
Both of you, because you get out of that one. So yeah. And Kozik, you get a good shock from that one as well. Again.
oh my God, you guys! I'm so sorry.
So you kind of see like Zed's beard and hair have that like static electricity sort of thing going on.
Wait, was that fire? Wait,
It's not completely standing up on end, but
Wait.
just
I fucked that up.
just
2 is
lifted
water.
slightly.
Oh, oops, sorry.
Maybe a bit of smoke coming off of a.
Yeah,
in
3 was
his beard.
fire. 2 was. What the fuck?
Yeah, Kozik's ears are bleeding.
2 was
a little
water.
bit, and he staggers.
Oh, no.
4 was lightning.
I'm staggering back here.
3
a
was
little
fire.
bit.
Oh, sorry. It was 3 was fire. So you got scorched, or you could have gotten scorched. 2 was water. 1 was boulder. I had my numbers mixed up.
Here's a good one. There's so many good gifts for being
Yeah,
electrocuted.
there you go. And I almost think Zed has that
God
same
damn it.
look on his face as well.
2 water. Boulder. Water.
Well, now we know what these all do.
Fire.
Aren't we glad we learned? The knowledge wonderful.
I'm ecstatic.
Literally.
I think
yeah.
that we might have needed to do them in order, gentlemen. 1, then 2,
Sorry.
3, then 4, 5, then 6.
Okay.
So, Marge, if you could start the cycle over again.
All right, let's give this another try, huh?
All right,
Oh,
see.
I'm so sorry. You want another potato cake?
No, that's fine. I'm using one of my fine handkerchiefs to wipe the blood off my face. That'll do.
So you activate it, and the exact same sequence happens. From doom and gloom to happy and joyful. And then Neavar basically doing the same thing, this time in order, it sounds like.
Yep. That would be Neovar's suggestion.
perfect. Whether or not he actually do it though is a real question.
Hey, maybe I should touch this one again, right?
As long as we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, I don't see there being a problem.
No, I was joking. I know I screwed up.
And so, do they remain glowing after they let go of it?
Yep.
So Niavara, after all of them are glowing, she'll try the door again.
Well, let's see. Try the door again. Let's see what
Ball
happens.
jingle, jingle. Woo! Let's go.
Ooh.
However, with that,
Let's
it is a
go.
little bit after 10:40.
Yeah, someone
But you
Hey,
guys,
that was fun.
but you
Nice
solved the puzzle.
Well, some of us.
I started it.
So-
You guys finished the puzzle.
I failed at the puzzle.
It was a tricky puzzle.
Am
What can I
I-
say?
Everybody, that was fun.
Are you what? I thought Niavara said something.
Just like curious about how it came to be that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Because to me, I would have started up here.
Well, since you
Technically-
solved the puzzle. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say the first set of numbers were top left. Like,
yeah, the
going
thing. The
downward.
first set of numbers were 1, 2, 3, 4.
but we went in a backwards order, I guess. The one that we started with would have technically been 5 out of the 6. So yeah, I get your point if that's where you're going with it.
Oh my goodness. Did we all fail even though we succeeded?
It was actually supposed to be a hopscotch pattern. You start here, both feet out, middle point, both feet out, middle point, both feet out, and end on the thingy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I can't. I would never have figured that.
That's just
Island
me fucking
air,
around.
island lightning.
Yeah, I need to. Does anybody know? Does anybody heal anybody?
Maybe we should just
I mean,
take a
in
break.
theory.
How much damage did you
Yeah.
take, Kozak?
Yeah, he took a lot, like half his freaking health,
I took
right?
I took 19 damage.
Just for this puzzle room? Oh
Yeah.
man.
Oh no!
If you made your save, didn't you take half?
That
was-
was half.
Man.
Yeah,
That was
It
half.
was-
Are you sure?
Oh,
Yeah,
you
because
didn't
I got
take
half as well.
on
Half was
the-
2d6
Well,
apparently.
Kozak got a nat 1 and then 13. 13 was. Let's
So
see.
it
Where
should
was
have
it?
been 46 is what
Oh.
you're saying?
We got a nat 1, that's right.
there was you rolled dice and there was a 7, and I assumed that was half damage.
Was the cubed was the damage 2d6 or is that half damage?
It was 2d6.
Okay, so you need to half whatever.
Well,
if
he
you made the
failed to save on that one.
He
got a
failed the
nat
deck
1 on
save.
that one.
Yeah, but I think.
Oh, but so I'm okay. Just for
So it would
understanding
only
purposes,
be 4. Okay.
yeah. If you
I
made
rolled a
save,
12 for my damage. You're saying that I should half that.
If
So
you made
you
your
go
save,
ahead.
you should be taking
Because
half
you
the
made the
damage, yeah.
save.
Well, if you made the
Right,
save, I
Zed.
just said you didn't take anything because there's other stuff.
Oh, I thought you said.
Oh.
Oh. Well, wait. Then why'd you roll damage for me?
Which one? The 12? Which one?
No,
Which
I
one are you
rolled
looking at?
25, and
Yeah.
you rolled 2d6 of damage.
Yeah, that wasn't to you. That was just how much
Kozak.
damage it did. Because that was for Kozak's. Anybody who failed, that's how much they would have taken. I still have to roll the damage to
Oh.
see. That wasn't necessarily just for you. It's just
So I just need to know how much damage I took.
None.
Because this
You
is
passed.
getting. But I
Oh,
I had
13,
two.
sorry.
I had two saving
sorry.
throws. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, you would have taken the full brunt of it. Because the 13 wasn't enough to pass. Okay, yeah. So you would have taken the 12 from that one, but the first one you passed. Because I forgot you had to deal with 2 of them.
Okay, so the 12 was from the lightning pillar, and
Nothing from the other.
12 is.
So you've only
My
taken
13
12.
didn't pass, so I'm taking 12 damage.
Correct.
Perfect. God, and to think we could figure out puzzles.
You did
Yeah.
eventually.
We're so smart.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, 2d6 isn't that much damage.
Can be.
It can be if you roll
Maybe
max.
we should set Zed and Kozik down for a little while till their beards stop smoking.
That might be smart. If they do look a little fried, might be the word I'd use.
Yeah.
I kept forgetting that he had to roll 2.
Little meal
So I was like, he only did the 25. He's fine.
rejuvenation.
Right.
before
I
we
wish we had.
head on
I wish
through.
we had Rain with us. Rain has the coin, the feast coin.
Well, I'm sure he might show back up.
Oh, that'd be great. If
12.
maybe he followed us. Maybe he was just being tricksy.
That's just a lot of rules. So Kozik took the full 12. Sid took 12.
Maybe
he would have
he's
taken
gonna,
more,
like,
but
I don't
didn't
know,
because he
pop out from
passed
one of
25.
our packs. That'd be funny.
Oh my goodness, he was just totally like passed out in it.
Confusion.
Yeah.
Wasted, yeah.
That's it. I'm gonna check my pack right now. Rain, are you in there?
It's a shame you would be able to check your pack right now if we didn't already in session.
We're
Oh,
going
well.
to,
There you go.
Totally.
awesome.
All right.
Yeah, sorry for that
Good
confusion. I was just like, but Zed passed it with the 20. Oh, right. He had to do 2 pillars. That's why I
Yeah,
was
He
like,
had
that was.
to,
I didn't
'cause
mean
he
to
was in the middle
convolute
of
that.
2.
I just wanted to make sure that I had
Awesome.
the right damage. But yeah, that was fun.
That was
We're-
fun. Puzzles. Gosh.
We're not in a terrible place or anything.
Yeah, we're fine.
yeah, you're fine. You got Large Marge.
Hey, good
If-
job figuring out the puzzle.
If you would have activated the fire puzzle, then Marge would have had an easy way to get another smoke in.
Trapdoor do.
But
All right. Well,
yeah.
I guess I'll say goodnight then. Thanks, guys. It was rad.
Hey, good
Yeah,
night.
good
See you next
session.
week, everybody.
Yeah.
Party
See ya-
on,
see ya
Wayne.
next
Everyone have a
time.
good week.
Party on,
Bye.
Garth.
I said first
Bye.
bite.
Bye.
Game on. It's a Scooby-Doo ending. Okay, bye.
Have a good
All right,
one.
later.
guys.
Alrighty.
Oh well, now I gotta go fix my fucking OBS.
All right, y'alls. Thanks, Cass, for dropping by and being a guest star. We'll I think next session will be you guys managing to get through, because this is a little bit of a dungeon that I finally got to put in, because it's like, you guys haven't done a dungeon. So I appreciate you guys watching and hanging out and being a part of this experience, because this is only really the second game I have DM'd in the online forum, and the first game I've actually been moving to YouTube. So I'm learning, figuring stuff out. like earlier I was talking about how I was trying to fix the walls because I realized I imported things, I altered the walls, and then realized that my walls weren't right, and like I had to do a bunch of editing. Like, wait a minute, that shouldn't be there. I didn't put that there. What the hell? But anywho, thank you guys for being here and watching. I appreciate you. And I think tomorrow, which is Wednesday, I will be back to streaming video games. And we'll see if we can get Goose's thing fixed, because his OBS broke. I'm gonna see if I can help him with that. Alright, y'all. I hope you guys have a good morning, evening, or whatever's in between for you. And I look forward to seeing y'all again next time. Try not to have too much fun without me, because I know you won't. Anyway, alright. Have a good one.